behind the curtain at home. What an idiot.
It's brilliant.
Back up.
Yeah, back up. We're live again.
Let's restart this.
So we missed the third frame.
Okay, we'll just restart the stream. There's no one here yet, so I'm talking to myself.
Couple of people.
Bear with us. We'll just share the stream.
Live streaming on Table 2. Adam Shaw Cashmere, Jordan Mayhew Richmond. Live streaming Table 2, please.
It's going to be have to be applied.
Oh, yeah, can I just get a Coke, please, mate? Cheers, BJ.
Adam and Gordon. And I'm going to put the third option there because it's better for people to have the choice.
Alright guys, we've got a big vote coming up. So we've got last 32 matches. So we just want to hear from you which one you want to focus on. It's Avon Placid versus Steve Denton, or Adam Shaw versus Jordan Mayhew. So if you can please vote, let us know which one you prefer. I think just by default for the time being we'll just keep it on Avon and Steve. Oh nice, someone's voted for split screen.
Hey, the vote is out there.
I would have assumed that Adam Shaw versus Jordan would be the obvious choice. Two quite fast attacking players.
It's up to everyone. Either game. We don't want to steer them towards any particular.
No, completely impartial here in the commentary booth. Steve Denton, obviously one half of the pairs champions from this year, along with his partner Chris Geary. Chris currently locked in a battle against John Saundercock on one of the outer tables. Nice shot there from Avon, sorry. He's been potting really well. He's just on the wrong side of this 4 to get an angle on that black, but he can just run through, and that should just give him the angle into the other pocket.
It was that close that these two couldn't really, because there was only one vote in it, so I stayed on the split screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if it's that close, you can't really.
So Steve Denton comes to the table. Steve, the former national singles champion. Also, sorry, Steve, also the former Super League national champion as well from 2015. And he won the nationals the following year, 2016. up in Auckland, I think, in Mayhew.
Beauty.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for this, mate. Oh.
It's definitely one. It is one.
What have I missed, Alex? Any viewers?
Well, just having a vote as to whether we should watch Avon and Steve or Adam versus Jordan. Looks like Avon and Steve have got a slight nose ahead after 10 votes.
Oh, we've got the picture in picture anyway. We can keep it on both and update you on both.
Yeah. Sorry, we didn't have Steve's score there, so it's currently 1-0 to Steve.
What's Frank coming back?
So many good matches. You just want to be able to stream the entire room, really, don't you?
Yeah, just a result. Danny Bowen won that game with Josh Shalua 4-3,
Okay.
so that was a big win. Both very nice players. Obviously, Danny be one of the top handful in the room, but Josh is certainly no mug. So
Yeah.
it's a big win there. You know, both those guys are capable of going very deep in this tournament.
Yeah, Josh went pretty deep last year. I think he got to the quarterfinals.
Well, he was semi-finals the year before, I think. Lost
Yeah.
to Adam down in Gore.
Oh wow! Yeah, he's a big game player.
That was after beating Adam Shaw, I think, in the quarters.
Wow.
By memory. Right, here's Stevie D on the 11, screwing. Oh, okay. He's a little bit interesting there. Thought he could have got maybe a bit better pos there, so he could ideally wanted to play that 14 to the middle and push the 9 out off the rail and hold for the 12. But I'm sure he's got a plan in mind here, so 9 is an afterthought now, that's for sure. Yep, so 13, 15. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he plays this. So 13 to the 15, 15 for the 12, then we could look at a back double on the 9 to the middle with an element of safety perhaps. But he's got to put these away first. Cued very well during the pairs, did Steve. Both him and Chris played very well, obviously, to take it out earlier in the week. Steve produced some wonderful shots, as did Chris, at crucial times. And we all know how well Steve can play. Obviously, a former singles national champion up in Auckland a few years back. Just going to punch this one out here, Alex. Yep, off one rail. So now he's got options.
But is that black positioned ideally where he wants the cue ball to hit the cush and run up to the 9?
That's why I was suggesting the back double on the 9, because I didn't think he could create an angle to play off the 12 off one rail and actually get into the 9. But now where he is, he can't really get on that back double, so I think he may look at trying to. Yeah, see, he's just pointing out what we're talking about. The black is the problem. It's right in the path. No, he's opting for the 9 here.
Oh wow, he's going for it.
Yeah, all in or out, I think, on this one. He's missed it. Yeah, I don't know about that shot, but he knew that if it was in, it was probably his frame. And Avon probably pretty happy to come back to the table to this, because I bet you he was thinking he's going to have to go up and down on the 4 or maybe play a safety, because he was expecting to be left up the top of the table here.
It was a very un-Steve-like shot, that one, actually, wasn't it? Expecting to have played something a little bit safer, a higher percentage shot, but you thought with a 1-0 cushion it was worth the risk.
Yeah.
Hasn't paid off, but
he's sort of having a bit of a chat to himself off camera now. I don't think he's overly happy with his shot selection, but Avon will put this one away and we'll be 1-1, you would think. Yep.
There we go.
Generous pockets, these on-cue tables. For mine, the Pot Blacks, the North Islands were played on an upper hut. Certainly much less forgiving, especially the middles. The middles on these tables are just so welcoming, and it really suits the South Island way of playing. You know, there's not a lot of safety played, and it's probably a little bit to do with the fact that they are a bit more forgiving, because you just couldn't play some of the shots that I've seen the guys play down here on those Pot Black tables. They just wouldn't drop.
So you do notice a difference in the play between the two islands because of the tables?
Well, I mean, not necessarily, you know, a little bit. But all I'm saying is that they're playing those shots quite confidently, and they're going in. They just, some of them would not go in on those Pot Blacks.
Yeah.
The other thing that was really noticeable, mate, was the speed of the cloth. And then look, these tables play really nice. The on-cue tables play really, really nice. I'm not here to knock on cue or knock Pot Black or Heafy or anybody, but the pace of presumably the Hainsworth cloth that was used on the Pot Blacks in Upper Hutt was considerably quicker. These tables still do play really fast, but honestly those ones in Upper Hutt were like ice skating rinks. So if you're not used to playing on tournament tables, either way, it's a big adjustment to make.
Well, I remember when I went up to Auckland for the 2019 Nationals, having not played on Pot Blacks for, by that point, you know, a few years. It was like you say, it was like an ice rink, balls just flying all over the place, and it almost becomes a different game, doesn't it, compared to when you're playing on a slightly slower table.
Yeah, and look, these are really nice tables. They just got to punch them a little bit more. But I guess with in my eyes, with the pockets being a little bit more generous, you're able to do that and get the cue ball where you need to, you know. Whereas on the Pot Blacks, it's a little bit more delicate, but the cue ball will move for you because of the slicker cloth. Anyway, we're switching now. Jordan with the long 7 ball here. How's your cueing? Mistake there from Jordan. Looks like a bit of a cagey frame with the 4 trapped in between the 12 and 15. A little bit cold out on the floor, although Adam does usually play in a jumper, to be fair. But the air conditioning is pumping out there with all the players out there, so it's probably not the warmest environment.
It's quite nippy, actually, isn't it?
But yeah, like I said, Adam usually does play in a jumper, so it's probably just what he's comfortable in as well.
Yeah. Another cracking match happening on the outer tables. Adam Lilly versus Daniel Cole. That'll be a really good one.
Yeah, 2 of the younger players going at it. Adam playing the billiard there, very nicely executed. So we'll switch back to Steve Denton and Avon Plaster, who are locked at 1-1. Stevie on a straight 4 to the middle. He's just got to try and tuck this 5 in behind the Black Alex, and that by right should probably seal the deal in frame number 3.
It really should do. And certainly get Steve one step closer to his dream of this, I guess really this one singles title that's probably eluded him.
He can pot it. I didn't think it went, but there you go. Now he can just play
double kiss on the black.
Yeah, it's more about want to get too cute with it. Just leave the white ball right up behind the 15. Yeah. Interesting there. See, it's poked its nose out a little bit. It's given Avon a chance at the 12. Whereas if he'd actually just kept the cue ball right tight on the 15. But anyway, no, Avon's opting for the 15 here. Oh, he's just gone for the Hail Mary fluke. Wow.
Well, why not? I mean, his balls were...
Well, yeah, but if you were going to do that, why don't you take the 12 to the middle and then try and punch one of those balls and blow the black around? Because he could have got it out. It wasn't sitting over the hole. But anyway, 2-1 to Steve. You happy with how you played, Alex?
I was quite happy with my first match. Went 3-1 down to Joseph Mahone and Megan, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, really happy with how I won the next 3. But then I said to Mike after our game, whenever I play against a better player, my mindset sort of changes. I start questioning myself and overthinking things, whereas when you play a lesser player, it's more sort of natural and you just flow. So I've just got to change that sort of attitude, that mindset when playing a bad player, and just treat them like any other person, I think. But
interestingly, some of the top players, and I think myself included, actually find the reverse. They find it harder to keep their game at a top level when they're playing lesser players. So interesting that that's how you. I guess everyone's different. I know Adam Lilly, for example, we were speaking about. He's got no problems getting up for a match with, say, Geary Works. But against someone he beat 99 times out of 100 in section play, he's not putting any of the shots away he would against a big player.
Yeah.
He's still winning, but not playing with the same, I guess, intensity.
yeah,
Oh, but look, mate, at least you got to win under your belt, and got to play one of the top players. Hazy's no mug either, so Steve gone for the kiss there on the 7 and 13, come up short. He's still landed pretty tidily on a couple of options down the bottom of the table here.
but I guess what else is so important with these large field tournaments, it's just that sort of mental, that nervous energy. You could be concentrating, you could be playing for 10, 11 hours in a day, and just keeping those energy levels up is just so key, so important. And I think that's something that a lot of these top players are very good at.
Yeah, well, some of them rely on the benefits of the bar to keep them going. Both down here and in the North Island, of course. There's certainly several players that also don't need to rely on any assistance from the bar. Noticeably, I think Simon is one of the few players, one of the top guys I know that doesn't partake in a drink while he's playing. Geary Wirtz sometimes doesn't, but I noticed he had a Jim Beam or Jack Daniels in his hand this morning, so he's obviously wanting to just calm himself down a little bit. He's obviously defending champion as well, so.
Does Adam drink? I feel like Adam drinks afterwards. He doesn't drink when he's playing, does he?
He's not drinking at the moment. We talk about it quite a lot. But he did during the pairs the other day. Maybe one too many. But look, it's a fine line, mate. It took me 10 years to realise that you can win tournaments sober and you can win tournaments with 5 beers under your belt.
Yeah.
Or sometimes 10. But the reality is that I've come to conclude that if you want to have a drink, go for it. If you don't feel like you have to. Neither's going to, Oh, Steve's unlucky there, but he's still on the 13, I think, to the middle. Just whatever you feel like, and there's no design. Like I said, I'm sure if you're a good player, you're capable of winning the tournament regardless.
Do you think Steve was trying to come underneath this 13, or he's ended up?
I think so, because it was natural to the blacks, a nice shot.
Very good shot.
So given that he tried to split that out on his first shot and he ended up down in amongst his balls, it worked out really well for him. And apart from that that rash sort of double on the 9 that he was shaking his head at earlier, he's been pretty clinical and now goes up 3-1.
Looks like on our other stream table, Adam Shaw's about to take this frame.
Yep, pretty straightforward finish here for Adam. Black to the side. John Saundercock. John Saundercock and Chris Geary been out there a while now, Alex. They must be either locked in a couple of tight frames or it might be going right to the wire.
Yeah, John's not the fastest player in the world, and he's quite happy for frames to go tactical, so expect him to be slightly longer.
Who else have we got out there? We got Tristan Matheson playing Des Blair. Danny Hernia is playing. Is that Paul Blackler?
Yes.
Danny, obviously, a very capable player. Who do you like, Alex? Who do you like to take it out this year?
I said Adam Lilly earlier in the week. No real reason to change that prediction. I'd like to see Adam Shaw. Big fan of his, both in terms of how he plays and as a friend as well. He's a good guy.
It's debatable.
And I mean, when Geary's on fire and he's potting them off the lampshades and from all over the place, he's awesome to watch.
Yeah. What about Des Blair?
Yeah, it'd be great to see.
He went close again at the North Islands, losing 4-3 to eventual winner Des Wilcox in the quarters.
Yeah.
After chipping me out the round before 4-3, he was and obviously won the North Islands last year, so he's sort of back in amongst the winners' circle.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. It's locked in a battle at the moment with the former junior national champion Tristan Matheson. Very handy player.
Definitely. So
Tristan's another one who often plays both north and south, isn't he?
He did play in the north. Yes,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Does he reside in the north?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Jamie Reid McFarlane. Who is Corey playing? I think Corey Reid is playing Mike Hayes next. Looks like those two are in the same little quarter. Stevie D to win. Yep, I mean, like we said, former national singles, former Super League champion. Got to the semis of this event. No, sorry, didn't get to the semis of this last year. I think he got to the quarterfinals of this last year.
Real scrappy frame, this one, with Avon's break not really opening everything up, so it's going to be a real cagey affair, this one. Nice shot from Steve, though, just to run the cue ball right down the bottom of the table and promote his 12 over the hole. Yeah, I like those names you mentioned too, Alex. Obviously, they're the first ones that sort of come to mind. I think there's a couple of smokies. You mentioned Tony McMullion earlier. I know he's capable pulling out some big finishes. Brendan Ing, when he gets going, he can be very dangerous as well, although sometimes a little bit loose. But look, in singles and in race to 4, if you're breaking well and you're running racks, sometimes that's the way you need to go. I like actually like Danny Bowen. I think he's always there or thereabouts at these events, and I just think that match with Josh that he took out 4-3 just might have got him in the right frame and in that right intensity level, because it would he would have had to play really well to win that one. So I think he'll be in and ready to roll for his next couple of matches.
Well, I just saw, it looks like Daniel Cole took out quite a tough clearance against Adam Lilly and gave a big fist pump, so not too sure on the score on that one, but Daniel Cole certainly looking and feeling very confident at the moment.
Adam's just broken well and got a ball off the next break. Interestingly, he played Devon Bramley, who's a very good player in the game before, and the first 4 frames were all A-ball clearances.
Oh wow.
There was 3 break-in clears and 1 dry break, which Adam cleared. And then Devon had a nice opportunity to get back to 3-2, and unfortunately jumped the cue ball off the table and then handed Adam an easy 1 or 2 ball finish. So, but that game could have quite easily been a lot closer. The scoreline probably didn't reflect how well both of them were playing.
Yeah, some of you might remember Devon Bramley from his Scotch Pairs 9-ball money match back in November. It was Devon and Mitch Gourley, who played Sam Hopkinson and Michael Hayes, and Sam and Mike really put on a clinic that day, and that was a resounding victory. I think that was for $1,000 pot, that one. Do a poll. We did do a poll sort of 15-20 minutes ago, and the people of New Zealand voted for Avon versus Steve. So
yeah, it's just a shame this particular frame's gone a bit defensive because. Oh no! I was just looking at the other table, Jordan and Adam Shaw, and Jordan's tried to play a safety. It looked like, and he's pretty much gifted another frame to Adam here. He hasn't cut off. I don't think he's cut off the angle of the 12, and Adam can just flick this in and get on the 8. Yeah, well, he can run around. Really poor shot from Jordan. Uncharacteristic, and looks to be in a 2-0 hole.
a sure thing, Adam Shaw.
Stevie, what's he going to concoct here? Double on the 3? Oh no, sorry, he's on the 11. Of course, he's got that control of the pocket with the 12. So.
Here we go. Yeah, we've had a request for a poll. We'll get our poll master, Paul Shivers, on that straight away. Thank you very much, Mr. Southwest.
Do you want to vote to mute me or Alex? Because that'll be a no-brainer.
Who's the best-looking commentator?
Neither.
Let's hope our wives are watching, so someone votes for us, Brett.
Oh, remember the bar lady did say, what did she say? Young fella.
Oh, yes.
I'll take that.
What did you say you were, 34?
Hey, I'll take it every day.
Easy to control, please.
Oh, what a shot from Avon. Did you see that? He's managed to squeeze his 5 in off the in behind the 12 and free up the pocket. If the 2's on, he's got a really good chance here, but I just think he might just be hammered by the 11. Avon's very capable.
Well, Avon's a hell of a potter, absolutely.
So I think he's going to...
Am I on the right track?
Yeah. The only problem with this poll is that we are limited to 4 options, and there's certainly more than 4 guys who can win this event. But we'll try and go for the 4 most obvious ones.
Probably Adam. Who would you fall for? Adam Shaw?
Yeah, or Danny Bowen, one of the 2. Put Adam Shaw.
Adam Shaw.
Alright, so here's your 4 options, guys. Let us know.
Should just put 3 and then put other.
Yeah.
There was the other option.
Well, Geary is the defending champion. Adam Lilly's obviously one of the top in New Zealand, and obviously former winner and was semi-finalist or quarter-finalist last year. Adam Shaw again always there or thereabouts, and same with Stevie D, who's obviously just won the pairs as well. So.
Focus on, quickly, Shannon here.
Now, Adam Shaw is a 3-time semi-finalist in this event.
Wow.
So you'll really be looking to go one step further today.
So Avon's managed to tidy up that pocket really well, put the 3 over there with that earlier shot, and it's put him right in the driver's seat to get this back to 3-2.
A lot of love for Steve Denton so far.
Interesting, not many votes coming in for Geary so far. If you saw the way he played in the pairs and also in section play of singles, he's a man who's obviously been putting a lot of time in. He's hitting the ball really, really nice. Some of you remember his big finish at the Nationals, that outrageous.
Oh, yes.
Well, he did that against me and Adam, but almost something identical
Really?
in the last 16 to snag a frame off us. So, yeah, he's certainly seeing them like beach balls. It was 2 long doubles with a running side. Forget Posy for his last ball, so maybe not quite as good as that one at Nationals, but
Yeah.
Certainly very, very close.
So it looks like is it Adam Lilly on the black to get a frame back against Daniel Cole.
Yeah, it was the last ball too, so on the table, which means obviously Daniel Cole had missed it at some point. So it'd be great to get a score update from there. John Saundercock, Chris Geary still going. That is a grass grower out in the middle of the floor, that one.
Grass grower.
Jeez, they're even slow racking the balls. I'm having a hug.
Oh, crikey.
It must be 3-all.
It's been an emotional match.
Must be 3-all. All right, what's happened here? Steve has just opened it up here, and I tell you what, Avon is all over this to get it back to 3-2.
So a lot of love for Adam Lilly in the pole, but he does need to get past Daniel Cole. And looks like they're tied up in a big battle at the moment.
Warren Repo and Kerry Williams, table 15, please.
Des Blair out of shot on a long 3-ball to get on the black, which is over the hole against Tristan Matheson, which he's duly slotted. Avon Placid should be 3 easy pots away. Yeah, that was to finish. So Des Blair victorious over Tristan Matheson. Avon with a nice 2, and should be straightforward here to force another frame.
Probably should have put Des Blair on that pole, considering he won the North Islands last year and just got to the quarterfinals. You know,
Yeah.
he's the second most successful Clubs New Zealand player of all time, after the GOAT Phil Wilkinson.
Didn't muck around there. Did Avon? So 3-2, and is Steve's break, I think, in the 6th frame. Not a lot of love for Geary in that pole. I find that really interesting. I think he will be very, very... It's going to take a special effort to knock him off this year. Like I say, defending champion as well. I mean, that way he played in that final last year against... Well, even in the semi, but particularly the final against Simon. Some of the best pool you'll see. It was... I think he might have missed 2 pots that whole match.
Yeah.
Simon, okay, uncharacteristically of him, missed a couple of pots you don't expect him to miss, but Geary didn't. It was very clinical.
His break was really working for him.
When we get to the quarters, we might do a poll with the matchup, the 4 matchups for the winner.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And they can see what match they think.
Great break from Steve. Needs that to get out the way.
So, Brett, have you got any financial interests in the game with the Calcutta?
No, we didn't jag anyone in the Calcutta this year, so just happy to be a spectator for a couple more hours before I head home.
Ah, we deliberately didn't partake in the Calcutta.
No, we did. We just didn't jag any horses in the draw. So.
Oh, right, okay.
Whereas last year, I think we had Geary, Simon, and Adam Lilly.
Oh wow!
or Adam Short. We had 3 anyway, so.
So you couldn't not win with those guys.
Nah,
really,
maybe we didn't have Simon. Anyway, we did very well. That's
yeah.
To the tune of 3 or 4 large numbers.
Very nice.
Anyway, Stevie opting for littles, and it's all there. He's just got to connect these, and he can take himself through to the last 16. So the 7 looks like it passes to the corner, top left of your screen, where the 1 is also going to finish. He's also checking to see if it goes to the bottom right of your screen, past the 15. The black's obviously on to the top right, so just a couple of key positional shots here, and Steve has got a good opportunity to finish this match off. So he's played for the 7 now. Now then, he's probably not ideally situated here. He should be able to get onto the 5, but then he'll be running into the 6, so interesting to see how Mr. Denton attacks this. looks like he's going to try and come all the way back past the 13 here. Yeah, he's hit it too well. He's got into it, overscrewed it. Bit of tension in the arm, or just wanted, probably obviously couldn't afford to be short, so. But he really did overhit that by a good 6 inches or so.
They've still got a cut which isn't
Yeah.
too hard. Natural angle is going to be taking that cue ball somewhere in the vicinity of the 1 ball.
Yeah, but it's a tougher one to control, so let's see if he can kill the white here. He's got a kiss on the 12, that'll do.
Oh, he's played it well.
But you notice he killed the white, even though he was playing the shot fine, and just the way he played down onto the white just sort of stopped its momentum once it hit that rail, so it was always going to hold up pretty nicely. Still another positional shot to...
Yeah, it's quite a narrow window for that 5 ball.
Yeah, look, it's one rail. He's just got to make sure he comes up past the 12 and lands basically just past the middle pocket, and he'll be plumb on the 5. The issue will be the black, because he's got to kind of land nice on the 5 to get back around for the black, unless it goes down, or it does go down the corner where he's putting the 1. That would be the other option. So, a bit of check side here maybe from Steve on this 1 ball. Oh, he's come right up behind the 15.
Bounce.
Yeah, so again, this is going to be a bit of a tester.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be losing control of that white too much, just purely based on where the black is. Doesn't want to get himself into trouble down the other end of the table.
Big key shot here, because Avon's balls are all, there's nothing overly tricky. So if he does let this fly and doesn't get on the black,
clutch moment for Steve.
certainly is, and people will be thinking, oh well, that guy's still got 7 balls to pot if he misses this. Well, at this stage of the tournament already, a miss at any stage with the balls out in open play like this is usually curtains. So
here we go. Biggest shot of the match for Steve so far.
oh, he's gone for the double. No, it's no good. Oh, has he got lucky with the leave? He's almost killed the 5, and if he's left Avon on the 15, which I think he has, then Avon is now frame favourite to get back to 6 apiece here. He's not mucking around. He's tried to kiss that 13.
Ooh.
Wow, now that's interesting. He's still got the...
But he can almost play this as a shot
exactly.
to nothing, right?
Yeah, with the 5 where it is. But he wants to make sure that he gets something not close to a close to a hole as well. Doesn't want to. He's going for the big plant here. I think he's playing it confidently. 12 onto the 10 ball. Yep, which he's missed.
Dean Skelton from Hornby and Louise Cooper.
Interestingly,
Table 13.
you've opted to play that sort of pocket weight, and if it went, it went. If it didn't, it was over the pocket, and the white was maybe down a little bit further as well, Alex?
Yeah, it did seem it was a little bit unnecessarily attacking, wasn't it?
The only issue with it is that he doesn't now have something close to that corner hole. I mean, the balls are still on, but Steve could probably play a sort of, I'll bring the 5 out and test you out here, or he could chip it right over. I think he can chip this over, No, he's playing my first shot, so just, like I say, bring the 5 out and say, there you go, now you're clear, because it was easier before than it is now. I don't think Avon's going to look at this long 10 because it's just too straight and probably doesn't afford him a lot of result if he pots it. I think he's going to eye up the 14 and try and screw back to the top rail.
I think I'd fancy the 10 more than the other pots, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
but
you.
the 10 doesn't, unless it looks too straight in. What are you going to play out if you slot the 10? It's going to leave. It's not going to leave anything easy. Put it that way. He's certainly looking at playing the 14 and sort of positioning the cue ball back up to the right-hand side of the table behind the 5 as we look. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. Or he could be going all in on the double.
Then he could just be leaving Steve some sort of cut double on that 5, though, couldn't he? Big shot.
Is he playing it down the line?
Surely not.
That's crazy.
He's
Wow.
played a deliberate snooker almost, is
I think he just went all in on the double, Alex, knowing that if he got it, he was going to be on one of those other balls, but he was just far too wide with it. So free ball here for Steve Denton. Favourite will probably be the 12, to be fair, to the corner. Stop shot here. Yep. Ooh, wiped its feet.
Still got this issue with this black there, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's probably about okay to just.
I think you can see enough of it to pot it in the left hand.
Top
right.
I think he can come back to the middle of the table and put the black in the top right of the pocket of the screen as we look. So you just got to hit this one nice. Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Certainly on from there. Just got to.
Looks like Adam Lilly has just defeated Daniel Cole. So Adam Lilly through to the last 16.
Just got to negotiate the middle pocket here with a bit of side. Yep, lovely. And Stevie Denton is through to the last 16.
Congratulations, Steve. And got a result. Chris Geary and John Saundercock. Can't quite tell who's won that one.
Well, Jordan, as we switched to Jordan and Adam there, Jordan had, I think, an opportunity to get on the 3 to float up for the black. He's now got to go around, or he's just going to take his medicine there. Yep, drop it in. And he's on the black to the corner for 2 apiece. Going to be a good finish to this matchup.
So I think, yeah, looks like, so Chris Geary's beaten John Saundercock, so.
Jordan, where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? Boom, wow. Didn't need to go anywhere near that corner.
So this one's very finely poised now, 2 apiece. As our last 16 bracket is starting to take shape. So who have we got through? So Steve Denton, Chris Geary, Adam Lilly, Des Blair. All the big guns, really. No major surprises with that lineup.
Johnny Mattingly still in? I know he beat Shaden McKenzie, so...
Yeah, I spoke to Shaden about that afterwards, and he said that Johnny just kept going tactical, and Shaden just doesn't really have the understanding of the rules that some of the other players do.
Oh yeah, Danny Bowen's still in. I think Brendan Ning. Mike Bowen's still in?
I haven't seen him play.
All right, Adam, a sure thing to break here in the 5th frame. Lovely break. Couple of balls down, maybe 2 balls down. Cue ball never looking like going towards the pocket, just straight back off the pack towards the middle of the table.
So interesting stat for you. At last year's South Islands, Adam Shaw had 1 dry break in the singles across both section play and in knockout.
Yeah, interesting.
1 dry break.
Interesting, Alex. That's when I talked to him about the Magic Rack after the section play qualifying, and I was at the time was one of those guys that said, getting the ball off the break. Matt McInnes tell you the same thing, just buddy luck, just hit it and just, you know. But Adam said, no, come here, I'll show you. And we set up a few breaks with the Magic Rack, and he showed me which ball that he was trying to pot off the break and which pocket it was going to go into, like they do a 9-ball. And I thought, oh, that's us for 9-ball, mate. You can't do that design on these tables. And he probably hit, I think the first 4 out of 5 was, you know, the same ball into the same middle pocket. And so I was sold, and instantly picked myself up a Magic Rack and proceeded to actually to try out the method. And yeah, I'm having really good success with it. The same theory that Adam uses. During our pairs qualifying, myself and Adam Lilly, I broke all of our games, and up until the very last frame of the day, which was about our 10th break, I'd gone, 9 from 9.
Oh wow!
So
And so you've continued to be a Magic Rack convert since last year.
definitely, I mean, my break was terrible. It was probably one of the weakest parts of my game.
Yeah.
And so it's certainly helped, me gain a bit of confidence and getting on the front foot, because there's a lot of matches where, because of my break, I was sort of always chasing and almost then having to slow the game down because I was sort of falling behind, dry break, and then the other guy breaks and gets first set and all that sort of stuff. So whereas now it's a 50-50, or I'm taking the front foot. It's a huge part of our game. The break is so critical. You look at guys like Geary and Adam, Lilly, the guys in the North Island that come to mind, the Matt McInnes's. They've just got such powerful and usually controlled breaks. Simon's obviously got a very nice break as well. You very rarely see him scratch.
Yeah.
It's a critical part of the game, and it contributes to your success.
Let's not forget that Adam Shaw actually manufactures his own cues as well. I think he's using one of his playing cues, and he does break cues as well. So I think he's. Oh. Brett being called up for the main flight event there. But yes, I think Adam does still make both playing and break cues to order. So if you are interested, contact Adam Shaw.
Geary,
So we've got another game coming up on our other stream. Are we going to should we put this one to a poll, Paul, or what do you think? Or should we stick with this one? Sorry guys, just trying to make sure we've got the right scores. It looks like, I think Adam and Jordan have actually finished, so we'll just try and find out the score on that one. Either way, we do have Geary Wirtz coming up. Geary's playing Marty Garrick. So Adam Shaw beat Jordan Mayhew 4-2. So we might have another poll soon because Geary versus Marty have just started off, and there should be another game just starting off on the other stream table.
Where's the voice? Not even wrestling.
Possibly taking the cue in front of the car.
On the live streaming table, number 2, we have Chris Bowman and Dan Bowen.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry.
No,
You guys could do a bit of a rest, actually. Get that. Oh, legend. Thanks, mate. Good dude. Oh, yeah?
So good afternoon, folks. You guys got your wish. Unfortunately, I didn't get mine. I just got knocked out in the last 32 by Chris Geary, 4 frames to 3. So you'll be hearing my voice for the foreseeable. John the Voice Saundercock, in case you weren't too sure. Brett DeFaria and Alex Stones no doubt would have done a fantastic job before me. They both have done this quite a lot before, and I respect their work as commentators. Alex is just going to step away and give me his chair, and then I believe Brett's going to come back and commentate with me. Bit of magician here, Kerry Wirtz. Talking about guys you love to see play pool, this dude would have to be right up there. Who won out of Jordan and Adam? You're talking about Adam Lilly Healy?
Adam Shaw won 4-2.
Oh, Adam Shaw. Okay, Adam Shaw won that game 4-2. So here's your poll to win, or pick to win the championship. Well, that poll is now finished. Pretty close between Adam Lilly and Steve Denton. 35 say Adam and 32 say Steve Denton. Adam Shaw with 14% polling is actually bottom of that pile, and Kerry Wirtz on 17%. But of course that's not exhaustive in terms of the list of players that are still in. There are still, well, at least 12 other players in the main event. You've also got Dan Bowen as well, which is a brilliant game to be watching, and we're actually going to run a poll on which of those 2 matches you want to see, or do you want a split screen, because Chris Bowman and Danny Bowen are top right of your screen, and this is the main one we're focusing on at the moment. Kerry Wirtz and Marty Garrick from opposite ends of the South Island. I was talking to Adam Chapman, who played Marty earlier on in the day, and Adam said that Marty was just potting everything in sight. He's a bit of a flasher and go-getter by accounts, and so we'll see if he defers to that style of play against a guy who can be similar to that himself, but as many of you have seen, he's got more to his game than just the ability to pot from anywhere. He's also got freakishly good touch. There is a plant here on the 13, which I'm betting he'll be looking at. Well, it was the idea anyway. He didn't quite push through enough on that. And that's the duality of the game. He's tried to make something happen himself, but he's fallen short, and he's actually let Marty Garrick in the side door here. I believe so, James. I'm just looking to where he was before. I know that he was playing just before. Yeah, I can't actually see him anywhere, whether he's just finished a game or waiting for a game or whether he's out. I'll have to get an official word on that. Oh, Kitty.
Did they have someone else stay there?
Okay, well, it's inconclusive at this stage. Split's better if the cameras are at the end of the tables rather than the side. Unfortunately, with the layout of this room, that's not possible, Kev. Yeah, because all the leaners at the tables are on run parallel to the length of the tables, so you can't actually put the leaners at each end of the streaming tables. There just isn't enough room in the venue. Hey, Tracy, do you know if Tony McMulligan's still in? I just got an answer for you, James. Tony McMulligan has just been knocked out. So I'm guessing the last 32, because that's when I went. And he was still playing around the same time as I was finishing. Enough of a gap here for this to be on. Drives it through. Where's 13 going? Where's cue ball going? Both pretty good. Chance your arm. Pull it off. Not your arm, of course. This to spit around 3 rails. 1, 2, 3. Probably didn't get the side he would have wanted. He was looking for maybe a little more left-hand English to just widen the angle off those 3 rails. This might very well either cut in the middle or cut past the 2 though. Tried to cut in the middle, he's gotten away with something though. Fixed the 2 and the 6 together in holy matrimony. Or maybe unholy if you're Marty Garrick. I'm pretty sure though that 2 doubles, and if the 2 doubles then Marty's got to have a flash at it. Just that little update you would have seen, it's a race to 5 now, so last 16 onwards until, well, we don't know at this point, but you're getting at least an extra frame, folks. Oh, what a shot. I still don't know why, but maybe this plants into the top left pocket. Yeah, he's looking at that long range plant. This would be amazing if he gets it. Hold on to your hats, folks. Oh, it wasn't far away. Does he get lucky? No, he doesn't. Black's still on. But A+ for effort. And a wonderful shot to set that up, but by the looks of it, it's going to go unrewarded. And Geary looking to put the coup de grace on it. And touch as always, lovely shot. So 1-0 Geary Wirtz over Marty Garrick, and that should be Dan Bowen, by the way, not Dan Bowman. They're not father and son or brothers. Yeah, I might give Paul a bit of grief there, but for always going to be indebted to him for what he's done again with the stream, and just even to give me the chance to do this. Which game to focus on? I'm looking at the poll at the moment. A small majority are saying, well, in terms of the numbers anyway, are saying, oh, that shot. Go get some, Dan Bowen. Chris and Dan should be the game to focus on, as Dan mops that up. That was a brilliant shot to play before that. Not much room in there, at least not with the length of the table that he had to cover, and he spotted that beautifully.
Are you doing Super League Nationals and
I haven't been asked to do the Super League Nationals yet. I definitely want to. I'm travelling to Dunedin at the start of next month for the Super League South Islands. Yeah, it's just whether they want me to do the commentary or whether they've got something in mind. I don't know. Just discussing some upcoming events on the pool calendar. 3-0? Well, Danny was 2-0 up and he just won that frame. Hey, can you check Dan Bowen's score? Oh, Paul's doing it. Paul's just going to check that score for you, folks. We seem to think it's 3-0 to Dan Bowen at this point.
Best of 5, best of 1.
3-1. Okay, no, 1-0. Alright. So we were a fair bit out of whack. I think the score was still on from the previous match on that table. Is Shirl still playing? No, I don't think he was playing in the singles, Kev. I think he was only playing in the pairs. But he's not anywhere in the building, and I haven't heard him get called up, so no, he's not playing.
Table 7, we've got Mike Bowen and Hissy Pinelli. Table 7.
Not happy with that. He wanted to go the other side of the 1. But he is thankfully still on the 1. Just got to do a little bit more work on this to get position for his next ball. The 2 looks like it passes the 11 in the middle. It's only going to be the 7. Oh, a bit heavy. 2's still there though. Looks like the angle's okay as well if he just pops this in pocket weight, if he can, to just be off angle on 3. He's used the table very well there to his advantage. You know that those pull in, so you can aim to hit the far part of the pocket, and if you're hitting it slowly like that, it should just curl in and just drop into the far jaw, or off the far jaw. Oh, 12 got in the way. You could see where he was tracking with his cue. He was trying to miss the 12, hit the rail just behind the 7 and boot it out. Lining up for a Hopoate though. In behind the 7, booted into the middle pocket top of your screen. Here we go. No, hit it too full. Pushed the 7 ugly, left the white ball close to or right on the 10. So the lever's ugly, but probably worse than that, the 7 is ugly. Still waiting for somebody to come and sit with me. Brett Defari, Adam Shaw and Alex Stones are just talking a bit of shop at the moment. This is an awful lot of shop to be talked about. There's been a lot happening in this tournament. There's been so many games being played and such a big field. It always generates a lot of controversy, a lot of, as I said, talking points. It's going to be a free ball. Chris was just trying to feather the 11 in, but he missed it entirely and then hit, I think, the 10. That's why the cue ball's there. Splat! Into the corner pocket with murderous intent. Eyes on the black to see if it passes the 12, because if it does, it's not such a difficult positional shot. He's just got to focus on potting the 7. Find out from this shot whether he can actually put it in there. It doesn't look like he can, but that's a brilliant hit. That's why he played it like that. It wasn't on past the 12, but that's as good as you can get the cue ball. And he says, thank you very much, I'll take a 2-0 lead. Big game shot from a big game player. He has won this event before. Kerry Wirtz versus Marty Garrick action for you while this table's being racked. Just getting a larger number of people saying that the Chris versus Dan match should be the game to focus on, so don't see any reason for that poll to be extended, and that is all to do with Paul, of course. He's the person who types the polls up. There's 17 votes, 8 of them Chris v Dan, 6 of them Kerry Marty, and the other 3 want to split. And 8 and 6 aren't too far away from each other. For the moment, the majority of you want this game to be the main focus, so that's what it will be. Having a look at the... Oh, I think he might have gotten a kick off that, or at least a poor contact. It's the way the 12 kind of spun after he hit it. 3 could be on in the middle here. Also doubles. Whether he wants to leave that and go the other end of the table, there's... To be fair, there's not a lot going on down there. There's not really a safety shot down there because the balls are all the other side of the table, or in the case of the 9, you'll probably leave the 9 on if you try to go for one of those now. So it's not really worth it at the moment. Big double. Does he get a split? Does he get position? Yes, he gets them both. So he's given himself a fighting chance in this frame. I was just about to say about Chris Bowman's cue, we won't get to see much more of it in the near future, I don't think. But he's playing with a very old cue that he hasn't replaced it or anything. He's kind of just sort of taped it together and held it together, and it just shows you that you don't need a $500+ cue to play good pool. Oh dear. I think he was just trying to pace that and just got at the stroke wrong. Maybe the 9 passes through the wee gap that he's left between the 4 and the jaw. Watch out for the 5 here, folks. Oh, unlucky. I thought maybe the 5 might run into either the pocket or the 14, but instead it was the white ball he needed to be careful of.
Lilly, Brady, Hornby, Geary, McInerney, Searchman, Mayhew, table 4, please. Press 5, press 9.
So it's the 1 on and the 4 on the rail. He's selecting to take the 14, I believe, as a free ball. Not the 14, the 10, sorry. I think he wanted to hit either the 1 or the 4 there and get them off the rail. If this cut's fine enough, he might be able to cut this 2 in and maybe move the 4. Not sure if the angle's there though. Maybe off the top rail and into the one of the 2 of them. Oh, shot. There you go. Bit of finesse along with that shot. Does have a bit of finesse on him, this boy. You see a fair few of them rocket into the pocket, but you also see a few shots like that where he just manages to stick between 2 balls. Now that's not what he was after that fact. Every time somebody goes anywhere near that bloody table that the camera's on, it moves. Plant looks like it's on though. Yeah, shot. Great shot. Big pressure play. Chris has actually switched to a 9-ball cue now. Maybe too much touch there. He's having to cover a lot of ground if he was wanting the black in the same pocket, but he's got a double instead. And holds it. There you go, he's got a frame back. 2-1. Now Dan Bowen still leads, but Chris Bowman with the last frame, and 3-0 now to Kerry Wirtz. So we just have a quick look at this game. It looks like a dry break. He's absolutely poleaxed that and got nothing down, and quite possibly he hasn't left Marty on anything, which would be terribly bad luck if he hasn't, because look at the spread. I think the 4 might cut though. See top right of your screen if you want to see that. Tony Bowen with the break. Looks like he took a little bit off that. Usually an absolutely massive breaker. He makes the balls fly around the table. Took a little something off. Didn't get a ball off the break though. And if he's on the 14, he may consider taking it. I don't actually think he can see it though. I'd say the 10 might be in the way. 14's important because that might open a pocket up for the 10. Landed himself on the 13 now if he wants it. But he took a plant earlier in the frame. It wouldn't surprise me if he had a go at it here. At the very least to put that ball over the pocket. Oh, great shot and even better control. three elements to that shot. The pot, the first ball he hit and the cue ball, all three of them, he weighted beautifully. I'm not sure how he's managed to miss everything there, but that's an equally good shot. Now he just needs to miss stuff again, because there's a lot of landmines he can run into. Not this time, but he's come out with a pretty nice result. Just for those of you who don't know as well, the girl top left of your screen is Courtney. She is Daniel's fiancée and mother to their three children, Elijah, Noah and Leo. As Chris Bowman now is on to the 8, so finish this would be. And what a finish it is! Absolutely brilliant from not much, from humble beginnings. Drake, he is here. So Paul isn't here, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. Geary hasn't actually done anything whilst... Oh, cue ball, cue ball. Oh, it's okay. That's an ugly place for it though. The unders have to be the set with the 7 being there, and Chris knows that straight away. But he can't make the 5 fit. So he could very well have handed the advantage back to Danny here. That was a big, big shot. If he got that, he was on the better set of the 2, and he would have had the massive advantage. Slices it in. Wanted to hold for the 4, managed to do it. He's played a shot before where he tried to hold for a ball a couple of frames ago and didn't get the pot. He got the hold but not the pot. This time he made the adjustment. Nice little controlled cut on the 4. Didn't try to overhit it or overside it, so to speak. Just kind of focused on making sure the ball went in and that he didn't lose the cue ball too much. Because often players will play that and they try to bite off too much and they miss the pot, or they go on off in the middle pocket. We'll be looking for the split here. Be looking for something. Well, he's got something. 3 might not pass the black. But he's at the table, so he's still got the whip hand, even if it doesn't. May take the risk and play the 3 into the black, or off the 3 into the black. Put the black over the pocket and hope for a shot on the 2, but don't think that's really in the cards at the moment. Feathers that in. So might actually go off the rail here and just feather the 7. If he can just get a feather on the 7 here, then he'll get a pot and he should be okay for position. Oh, did the 3 come out far enough? If it's not on directly, you can possibly throw it in. That'll do. Didn't need to pot it, just needed to make sure he sat it there. Right over the hole in front of the black to ensure that if Chris does finish these, that he's not got an easy shot on the black. And Chris Bowman in these situations is fun to watch though. He's always a hundy, especially when his back's against the wall. He wouldn't surprise me at all if he runs this close. Especially if the 11's on. What's he doing? Is he trying to sort of bend around it? No, I think he just tried to snap around it because it wasn't on normally. If you sort of punch down on top of it, you can sort of go around the 8 and pot the 14, pot the 11 that way. Paces the plan. He did have a free ball, took the black as the free ball, and now the black for a 3-2 lead. Geary Wirtz just starting to lay Marty Garrett to rest here. Brilliant hard cut to get back onto the black. In fact, no, he's not on the black. That's his last ball. You can see that he's aiming now. Lovely shot. It's such a focus of his game is the touch, but more so that ability to play that little draggy shot. He's such a good drag shot player. So he leads Marty Garrett 4-0 at the moment. So the two streaming matches at the moment, just for those of you who have joined. This game, of course, 3-2 Dan Bowen over Chris Bowman, and the other match is Geary Wirtz versus Marty Garrick. Geary is currently 4-0 up. Both matches are a race to 5.
I don't care, you're not in it.
Why? Oh, what you are?
Mine's that one. Hello, John. I'm Stephen.
Hello, Stephen. I'm pleased to see you.
Pleased to see you as well, my good friend.
Right back at you. It's good to have somebody to commentate with.
Yeah,
Kind of bored speaking to myself.
a lot of the comments suggesting Brett's was boring, so thought we'd get someone on with a bit of interest.
Money matters.
Oh shit, he's in.
Black for the big hole. Yep.
Good shot. Danny's playing well. It's a good game, this.
Past winner of this tournament as well.
Race to 5 now.
Yeah, last you were here it was a race to 4.
Nice. That's good. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Joseph McDermott, cashier, always here 5-way, 113.
He's got good hearing, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. Got what we call rabbit ears.
So was Danny 3-1 up, 3-0 up? I'm not sure.
Danny Bowen?
Yes.
No, that score is correct.
I mean, was he? I mean, as
No,
Chris
he
come
wasn't. He was 2-0 up, and then Chris
2-0.
got it down to 2 each, and Dan just won that last frame.
Back. Okay, thank you. I just watched Danny clear 2 great frames.
Talking about being up or down a few frames, don't remind me.
Don't punish yourself, John. It's
Yeah,
over.
nah.
That was a bad mistake.
Ah, it happens.
Have you already talked about it?
Oh, briefly.
Do you need more counselling?
No, I'm good. I swear I'm fine.
I'll get him for you.
I'm fine.
Anyway, Chris Bowman, where's he from?
Playing out of Clubs Marlborough at the moment.
Okay.
This is an interesting bridge. Did you see that?
I didn't. Kind of. Oh, did he just use his knuckles?
Yeah, he knuckle bridged it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, definitely, Kev. I think Shark is a very good approximation of his play. Brilliant player to... Well, he's a lovely guy as well, but brilliant player to watch, especially when in full flow. There are a few better to commentate on, and just for entertainment value, what the man can do on a pool table and even on a 9-ball table is outstanding.
Since I played with him in the doubles back in the day there, I learned so much, and how there's always a shot on, even when you think there isn't, because it just could be the craziest shot. And it's always worth a go, and You know, he gets his, and he taught me about it. And now there's never a lost hope. There's always a chance. He's just got to find it. So Chris has stacked both pockets, which will give him a good advantage in this frame. Danny's trying to. Oh no, he's potted that. That's good.
Do you want to?
I wonder if Danny can get this purple down between the black.
It looks like
He might be able to nudge it in, I reckon.
Well, we're just looking at now. Maybe whether we go to a split view or because we've actually it's gone now 43-38 to Chris and Dan, but because I'm only saying this because Kerry is 4-0 up and we might have a whitewash, and maybe this is just to give him his dues because we haven't seen much of him.
Yeah, I've just been talking to Adam Chapman about him because he took him out in the last 64 and just said he never hardly missed the ball, and I commented how I don't know much about Marty, and he's obviously from down Gore, Invercargill way, is it?
Invercargill. There's a bit of Invercargill and Gore sort of love in this tournament, actually. We've got quite a few players in from the deep south. It's great to actually see them come here when it's in Christchurch to support it, and we're going to be giving some of that love back when it's held in Invercargill in 2024.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh,
The filth.
clever shot.
Get that crap out of his eye.
He just put a side on to flick off it, not to leave the free ball, so that was clever.
Well, that was so central to the shot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You don't want to leave a free ball because you kind of waste your time.
that's it. Marty be keen to get on the board here. He doesn't want to go away with a duck egg.
Oh, exactly. You kind of have something you can say, even if you lose. You can say, well, I took a frame off him.
Oh, he's
Here,
going in the
get out of there.
sand.
Get out, pull up.
Shit.
Yeah, indeed. Not through a bad shot, but through maybe a bit of poor luck. Mr. Southwest, please go back to the other game.
Do a 50-50 split.
I reckon do a 50-50 split. Just to,
There
there
we
you go. So you can see both games nicely now. Means it's a bit harder to commentate on, but
That's good.
Sure,
I'll do the
we're up to
right,
it.
you do the left.
so I'm calling Chris Bowman and Danny Bowen's game, and Steve is going to call Kerry Wirtz and Marty Garrick's game. So please don't get it twisted, get it straight.
So Kerry's took his free ball and tried to break the pack up and just made it into a perfect little oval shape.
Just like a rugby ball.
And now he's going to go for one of those shots I was just telling you about. I wouldn't want to call the black. Oh no, he never touched it. That's a great shot. Oh no, he's broke the black. Oh no. Oh.
I just wonder, if both players have asked the referee to look at the shot, or something happened there. There's a long time in between when the previous shot was finished and this shot being played now. But
Yeah.
Danny Bowen on the overs.
So Murray's got the black back on the spot, and now ball in hand for Marty to take a frame off Mr. Wirtz.
So he was trying to make the black ugly. He's trying to ugly up the black. He wanted the 14 to kind of sit on it, but it's still wide open.
Marty's played not the best shot. He's got to somehow cue over the black to make an effort at this.
Black's very much on here. Just needs to stroke it in and he'll take a share of the spoils.
Mhm.
Oh, he stabbed at it. He missed it.
Sorry, I've gone over to the other table after that.
Would you credit it?
Shot from Marty, that's a great shot. I've always given himself a chance on the black. Not the easiest, but from what I've heard, he's a decent player. And maybe he should be able to bury this.
Yeah, we're about to get an answer for you, Dev, bro. I don't have to say anything.
Oh, great shot. Oh, he's hung it. Now this is the situation where you see Kerry do some sort of magic. He's got 2 balls. In fact, would you say if he plays that 5, he could get into that 4? If he plays in the bottom right? I reckon
definitely.
He's got a chance, hasn't he?
Oh, he has to try it. He's got no other shot.
So he's going to be trying to get this 4 off the cushion.
Unless he's going to go for either a double or
Danny.
a cocked hat double.
Sorry, I got mad at yours now. Danny's just missed his ball, so 3-all. Anyway, back to Kerry, the magician.
Chris Bowman now
He's
3
putting
each.
top on it, so I don't know where is he. Maybe that's a natural. Oh, it's a natural angle. Oh, he's missed the 5. Okay, 4-1.
Pending this. Just has to tap it in, just tap it in.
Nice.
And as he does, so he stays alive. Cue Bee Gees. Get some Bee Gees going. Just take a wee.
On the viewing figures.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just the referee brushing the tables at the moment. In fact, both tables that we're showing. Murray Davies table on your right, and table on the left, I believe. I think it was Peter Wilson. I think Peter Wilson was brushing that table. Always good to have the tables nice and brushed every so often because they just repeatability of play.
Good break from Chris. Got a ball. 3-3, nicely poised. Race to, best of 3 now.
Yeah, effectively it is.
Best of 3.
Cut it from a best of 9 to a best of 3 with a 3 each result. What are you drinking, Steve?
Coke with ice.
With
Why am I slurring?
With ice.
Ice.
Are you from the southwest now?
Who is it?
Dev, bro, I'm just trying to work out exactly who you are. I feel like a complete idiot, but I should know who you are.
Devon Bramley.
Oh, it could be, but what's he got?
Dev. Whatever you're having, Dev.
Have you put a picture of your partner in? I can never remember you having long hair.
Maybe he's offering me a drink. I got it wrong.
Oh dear, Chris, what have you done?
What did he do there? Sorry.
Oh, he deflected off another ball and went and off. Apologies if we were causing a little bit of confusion because, of course, we're trying to commentate on both games and it's difficult when it's a split screen, but we'll just try our best. I hope you can still keep up.
So Kerry looking to see this match out. He's on bigs. He's always interesting to try and work out which way he's going to go because he's anything but standard in his clearances.
So just on Danny, he's got a free ball in the D. Now, he's on the overs. I think he's got an embarrassment of choices, really, doesn't he? I would probably go 12-9 because the 9s could be a trouble ball, potentially, because of where it is in relation to everything else. If you can get the 12 and then the 9 and sort of go somewhere for the 15, then you can kind of work into the 13 and the 11. It's just how I see it anyway. There's several different other ways you can do this. He's probably going to make me look like an idiot now and do something completely different.
Which they tend to do.
Oh yeah.
Both playing
Oh
simultaneously.
look, he's wielding a big stick.
Okay.
For that reason, because he is making me look like an idiot.
So Kerry's continuing his clearance. He's 2 bigs left for the match. Not sure where that 10 goes. I don't think it does.
That nearly popped out of the pocket. We nearly had a Cadbury's parrot there, Steve.
Cadbury's parrot. Oh dear.
I can't unhear that now.
It's a great. Have you seen the video?
I have. I think it was
Shot down.
Baden Jackson who showed it to me.
It's a great advert from the
Because
UK.
I didn't actually know what it meant.
If
And
you
then
look
he
it up-
showed me the video, and
If you look it up on YouTube, I highly recommend you have a look at it. It's hilarious. Just put in Cadbury's parrot in YouTube. Just a nickname for a ball that pops out the corner pocket or middle pocket. I've had a couple in my time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
that's a bad miss
dear.
from Marty.
Kind of fell off that, didn't he, Dan?
Did he?
I think he was just trying to place the cue ball there for the 11, but he fell off the shot.
Oh, he's given Chris a great opportunity.
Oh, that just clung on.
Well, I
Thought
tell
that
you,
was going to roll into the jaw and not go.
well, after watching the first 2 frames and seeing how well Danny played, I was convinced.
It's going to run away with it. It was going to
Yeah.
be a laugher, wasn't it?
And now it's 4-3 to Chris, so it's
But
quite a
hold all
turnaround.
tickets.
Yeah, good shot.
This time he is clutch.
Wow.
Missed the
2-0
easy
down,
one
the
last
fourth
time,
round.
but this time there is no second opportunity.
So where's Kerry going with this? Because it doesn't go past the 5. He's going for a treble? No? Quadruple? Who knows?
Just check the team.
Is he going to deflect it off the 5?
Yeah, off the 5 and into the middle. Oh no! Oh, he's going up for that!
Hornby,
Oh, the
What?
word see. What a ledge.
81.
He'll say that he was playing for that too.
Absolutely.
The rest of us would have been like, nah.
Us mere mortals can only guess.
It makes me look for stuff like that though. When if I'm at the table and I can see something outlandish like that, then watching Geary play it, know that that gives me hope. Even though I'm not as good as he is, if I can see the shot, I can play it.
Where's the 10 going?
In the middle, you wouldn't. No, no. Oh, that was almost brilliant.
That was a good attempt. Lots
That
of
would have been
side.
that would have been just like that clearance at the Nationals 3 years ago.
Yeah, who can't?
The one that so many people keep bringing up.
The one that he did when he shouldn't have.
The absolute out of the box clearance that he made.
He wouldn't do it.
Yes, that's exactly how I said it too.
But watching Kerry on that shot, you know, he knew what he wanted. He put side on it. He played at just the right pace, and the 10 got to the pocket. So all those aspects of his shot there just shows you what a genius he is. A lot of us would be, you know, you might get 1 or 2 things right, but you're looking at direction, you're looking at pace, you're looking at sides. You know, it's so intricate, and he's just so good at it.
There's so many variables in that shot.
Oh,
Drops it,
great
yes.
shot. If he played that was very
Maybe
clever.
not looking off the 10, but
That almost
doesn't
Kerry-esque.
matter. It's the same on the score sheet. Don't know if the 7's on though. 5's awkward. 2
Chris Ford
isn't on.
He won that last frame, yeah.
I thought the last round went to 3.
Was
That's not a bad shot actually. It's
You
not.
might be right, Paul. I thought it was 4-3 to Chris.
I don't know if this is on anywhere easy, Steve, but we know that that's not a barrier to Geary.
Oh,
Watch him and try and invent something here.
he's looking in off the 5. He's
Double.
looking at double length of table, and then hide behind the 5 for the black. Who
I think
knows?
that's what he'd be doing. It'll be like a little punch double.
And then put
Top
the white
left,
behind
top
the 5.
right corner.
Nobody knows.
Oh,
Off the
Danny
2
could
into
have
the top.
sold. Danny Bowen could have just sold the farm there, missing the over and not getting a cover on the 10.
Here we go. Told you.
Tried it in the middle. Okay.
And that time he didn't get the pace right.
Oh, I thought he was actually going for the middle. To be
Oh,
honest.
true. Maybe he was. True. Maybe he was.
But paradoxically, because he missed it by so much, maybe
Yeah.
he wasn't. Oh, that's a bit hard,
okay?
but he's. I
On the
think he's
7?
okay. He's all right. He's on the 4 as well. Probably. Oh, Well, would you take the 4 or the 7 if they were both on?
Oh, I'll just pop both.
Okay, you're not that good, are you?
No, I think he's getting 7. Nice.
7, yeah, shot. Lovely shot. Big pressure shot, that, actually. You missed that, and pretty much good night, nurse.
Double
The double.
from Chris.
The double,
Great
what a shot.
Great shot. He's got another one. wants
He
it.
could have on the 1 maybe, but the
Well, I
cut
guess
on
he's
the
thinking
3's there.
if he does hang it, then he blocks that black off left and right.
Well, everything's on, and if
Yeah,
the 3's
true.
on, just go for the finish.
He's going to get the black out by one. Maybe.
No, he's playing for the 1. He's done it really well. And what's more, he's actually natural angle to just top through for the 5 here.
Yeah, he has
It's
just
one
got
of
a little
those you
bit of
just need
angle.
to stroke it.
But he wants
Careful
to
when you're that
leave.
close to the ball.
But he wants to leave something down here, which he's done now for the black. So, but he's given a chance to Danny now.
I reckon what he was wanting to do is 1, 5, and then 2, and then maybe the 7, either in the middle or corner bottom right for the black.
Yeah. He's got a big pocket here, Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, uses
Where is he going to have it?
That's a 7, yes.
Look at that.
Bit lucky,
Look
and he
at
acknowledges
that.
it, but you've got to ride your luck at some point, my
Well,
son.
yeah, you certainly have, and this is a golden opportunity to get on.
Oh, Marty Garrick, look at this. Oh, he's so unlucky.
No. But this is such a tough situation as well. Tough pot on the 10. Do you just go all out and then leave the black on, or?
Oh, gee, I don't know.
Ooh, that's a real test of that.
I reckon this is a test of his touch rather than anything else. Here for the big hoofback from Danny.
He's got to come back to the right hand, the top side. Oh, no,
That's
it's
too
struggled.
straight.
Oh well, if he can double it back into the top corner and block the 2 pocket, that'll be a good result.
Oh.
And also, if he leaves the white on the, oh no, he probably won't be able to hide
Really?
from the 1.
Or would you go for the middle pocket or top left pocket? I'm looking at the...
I sort of like going cut back. I like cut back doubles, and I like the idea of getting it in here. Stop the blue.
bottom left of your table or of your screen. That was a...
Good
Kerry's
shot.
actually played that quite well.
Yes, very
It might
good.
actually be a half a shot here for Marty though. Off the rail and then off the back end of the 10.
I think he's going with the top. Oh, he's coming up to the 2 pocket. Oh no, he's not. He's going up.
Double corner, no. Oh, hello, has this got the legs? No.
Right, Kerry opportunity to take the match out 5-1. He's reasonably straight on this 2, so
2.
sorry,
The 10.
10. I can see it a better angle from where I'm sitting, and that is pretty straight. But there is a small angle to come up, so
Oh, Chris has manipulated that very, very well. Didn't just pot it normally.
oh, look at the spin on that.
He potted it with a wee bit of oomph, used all the pocket and managed to spit the cue ball out somewhere easier for himself. Gets this, should be on the 2, that needs to stop.
Yeah, nice. Kerry takes the match 5-1. And I believe me and Chris are on that table next, if I'm not mistaken. And Dev, no, sorry, I won't be at Bowie's because I'm in the UK.
Oh, woo,
Sadly.
woo.
I
No,
will
that's
be in
okay.
I will be in the Nationals though in August, but not in the South Island.
Big double here for Chris, he's not shy of them. He's potted a number of excellent doubles in this match.
He's certainly got a good eye for these. You're right. And again,
All
could
for
be
another
Could be
one.
match shot. No, he's missed it.
This time he's missed it.
Oh, he's got away with it a little
What
bit.
sort of result is that? It's not bad considering.
I might have to go actually and get ready. So, cheers everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you, John.
See you, Stevie. Thank you. Oh, how are your nerves? If you're Dan Bowen, this shot to extend the match. Oh, it's clutch! Yes, he says. Come on now. Bonus pull, folks. Hill. So that other match that is now completed, Geary moves on to the last 8 with a 5-1 win over Marty Garrick. But we've got a break here, 9th frame. This is for all the cheese for a place in the top 8 and nothing down. How often would you find in a winner-take-all frame that the break goes dry? So Danny will get the first choice of the balls. He looks like he's going for the overs. Oh, the 6 just way enough.
We've got Chris Geary from Hernia and Steve Denton from Hernia. Table 3, please.
Yeah, no, that was a difficult Super Tech, and Marty definitely gave it a good ride. The 5-1 score did not do him justice, but Geary just had a wee bit too much class in the end. It's quite reminiscent of the women's final between Jojo Coleman and Jasmine Purdon. Jasmine gave her a really good match and a good showing, but Jojo just too classy. He's got to be careful with where this one's going now. Might just, if he cuts the 15 in now, he might just flick the 1 over in the way of the 14. Maybe that's why he's going for the 9 instead. Yeah, not to be. Didn't even leave himself on anything. It probably just shows you how perhaps poorly he cued it. He's kind of had a wee rush of blood. I reckon that was as much for the cue ball as anything. Yes, he missed the pot, but the secondary aim was to get that cue ball down there, so he didn't leave Danny anything. So Dan's got to dial long distance on this. 9 into the middle looks like the shot. No, into the corner. Not quite, and maybe he's left a little gap for Chris to work into. In fact, I know he has, because Chris very, very quickly down into it and didn't even move the ball. Actually a bit surprised that he didn't use the 9 there, but he didn't need to, so why bother?
Afternoon, John.
Afternoon, Alex.
I'm going to have to join you because we've got Steve Denton versus Chris Geary on the other table. I guess we'll watch the conclusion of this one first.
Oh, definitely. Give it its dues.
Absolutely.
Oh, well played, well controlled.
Good luck, Steve.
Deliberately playing a wee punchy, screwy shot to kill the white off the 15. Excellent angle on the 1 here. Oh, that's a wee bit of no man's land. Wanted to be square on the 3 or the 5, and instead it's an angle on both. Oh, that's okay. Good position on the 3. Black's a bit uglier.
It's just about the transition from the 5 to the black, but
we won't know now. That's a bad miss. I think he was just trying to situate the cue ball there. Often when you do that, you try to sit it in one place. You don't quite cue it right.
you know, I think a lot of people before this match started would have picked out Dan Byrne to have taken this one out quite easily, but you know, it's hill, and that's a.
If that 3 isn't on, then that could be the winning shot. Yes, it's Chris Bowman. Yes, he's a good player and an excellent inventor, but he's pushed the black safer, and he's only maybe left the 5. He might have to sort of go down on top of this to get round for the 3. is what he tried to do, and it's failed him. This for me, I would have tried to cut the 5, but then again, I'm not Chris Bowman.
Chance for Dan Byrne trying to take out his only real problem ball at this stage. Get rid of that one first.
Sort of chopped it a little bit, but the 3 only really goes in one pocket down there. Or 2 maybe, if you count the middle. So Chris has still got a lot of work to do. Hang on, wait for it, wait for it. Ooh, he's on it.
Is the room,
Where's
for,
the
that, room,
black
is the
going?
room for that black just past that 9, do you reckon, John?
I say yes. I reckon he stuns us in, and he's pretty much right on it.
Oh,
he's missed it!
Thought it was in.
Dear, oh dear, right when he needed it. Could that be the last shot he takes in the tournament? He was bang on the black too. But for a couple of mil either way.
Dan Byrne back at the table for an opportunity he thought he might not have, and they want to close it out on this clearance.
Well, that's a big first ball. Gave himself an angle on the 12. Now he just needs to stay away from the 14 here. Maybe go between the 14 and 15 if he really wants to. He needs to kind of find some open ground here, doesn't he? Doesn't want to be next to anything.
No, he's played it well.
Well, this is quite a natural shot on the 14 if he wants it. It looks like he's going for the plant though. Needs to be careful he doesn't run the 15 away though. This is why maybe he's looking at the 14 now, because he's pretty much guaranteed a shot on the 15 if he does get the 14, as opposed to maybe not so much if he takes the plant. Or does he play it off the rail maybe?
Oh, that's what he didn't want to happen.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. You know, he was non-committal. Either had to play it differently or he had to hit it harder. I don't even think hitting it soft was the answer, because he wasn't able to hold the 15 there.
And if he does decide to go for this cut...
Safety.
No, he's going for the safety.
No,
is
I
he?
don't think the black goes in the other corner, so he's just... Didn't want a double kiss though. He really didn't want that. Ideally he wanted the 15 to be between where the cue ball is and the pocket. So Chris had to bridge over the 15, and the 15 was somewhat in the way, but the 8's actually on now, and he doesn't have such an awkward queuing or bridge on the 3 here. And for once we're actually seeing Chris having a good look at this. You don't normally see him take it.
It's normally quite an instinctive player, isn't he? He just gets down and
He's a
goes to
quite
his
a quick
gut.
player, isn't he? Oh, he went the other way. He went the other way because he knew that he was at least.
If he'd
gonna
made
get
it, look how
down there.
perfect that posse would have been. As it is.
Look at this though.
As it is, very interesting.
You're a good fine cutter, aren't you, Danny? You don't shy away from these. I've taught you how to play these, surely.
Right.
Yes. Bit of length on this, but that shouldn't deter him. Just be clear of exactly where you want the cue ball and cue it to suit. Make it fit the way you want it. Ooh, that's just fine. Just fine. Right in the corner pocket. You watch him rifle this in.
Maybe
At
just
least
play
I'm-
it with a bit of top, just try and leave that cue ball
No,
Sort of same line as the 3, just in case? Or do you think just commit to the pot?
Yeah, just commit.
Just commit.
Okay, we've got table 5, we've got Brian Cater.
Oh,
Yes.
then it goes.
With murderous intent into the corner pocket.
5-4. Danny Byrne progresses into the quarterfinals, into the last 8. As we move over to one of our other matches. Is this the last 8? Is this last 16? Is that right?
Last 16 is correct.
That is last 16.
Chris beat me in the last 32 to get there.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah,
fascinating matchup here. Good friends. Played together for many years, these two, and obviously they just took out the pairs on Wednesday night. Steve Denton, Chris Geary, and John. You obviously got to see how good Chris is playing at the moment in the last round. He beat you in a decider, it looked like. Is that correct?
Correct. I was actually 3-1 up. It was a race to 4 at that point as well, and I just made a wee mistake in the 5th frame, and he finished, and then managed to win the next one to get it to 3-all, and then he dry broke in the last frame, and well, I'd say a clutch as he just missed that, but yeah, he dry broke, and I cleared all the way to the black, left myself an awkward sort of shot on the black and missed it, left him an awkward leave, had to try to play a double to slip him past the black, or at least sit there, and potted it and managed to finish the rest of the frame off. So, like, brilliant.
Yeah.
It grew an extra leg.
And we saw Steve's last game. That was against Avon Placid.
What was that score?
Is it 4-2 or did it go Hill Paul? Can you remember?
Can't remember now.
So many games.
Okay, on live streaming table
I think it was 4-2,
Steve
Steve.
from Hernia and Adam Shaw from Hernia. Table 2, please.
That's what happens, is when you have so many games, it's so easy to lose track.
Okay, guys, we've got an absolute monster poll coming up for you because on our other stream table, we've got Adam Shaw versus Des Blair. So we're just going to do a quick poll. You let us know whether you want to continue watching Chris Geary versus Steve Denton, or whether you would like us to focus on Des Blair and Adam Shaw. So Paul will get that poll up very quickly. Just let us know, and we will let the viewers decide.
Des Blair, that's a name from way back, isn't it?
Well,
One of the most successful players in all of New Zealand.
4-time national singles champion.
Did he ever win the national pairs?
He wasn't that prolific a pairs player. He's got a lot of singles.
Yeah, well,
He's
I
got
know that
11 Clubs New Zealand titles. I think he probably does have a national pairs, but I need to double check. He's definitely got a South Island pairs.
yeah, I know. He's won that with who did he win that with? My mind is actually going at 1,000,000 miles an hour at the moment.
Alright guys, so the poll is up, so if you can please just let us know, and we will switch over. We have got the split screen is an option as well. We really do prefer not to split screen. It's quite hard to watch two of them at once.
He won it with Brent Wells, wasn't it? He won the South Islands. I think it was the South Islands, 2000 and no, it was the Nationals 2003 at Riccarton. Because it was Des and Brent versus Mike Hurley and Kerry Wirtz, wasn't it? Alex is going to his trusty screenshot.
What did you want?
Did Des and Brent Wells win the 2003 national pairs?
So Des Blair won the 1995 national pairs with Rob Tipper.
Oh no, it was Wirtz and Hooligan. Okay. Should know that. I actually watched that game live back in 2003. Des versus Adam for Mark C.
That must have been one of your earliest tournaments, was it, John, back in 2003?
Just a bit of wee story time here, if I can keep this brief.
Oh, yes, please.
I went there to watch originally. Went there to watch. Then it comes over that Moran Kelly's partner at the time, Peter Mortensen, was unable to play. So they searching around for someone to play with him. I happened to be in the building at the time, and Moran actually asked me, do you want to play pairs with me? My partner's pulled out. I didn't have my tournament gear on, I was only in my civvies. I was there to watch. So my mum had to scurry off home, bearing in mind we lived in Aranui at the time, which is a fair distance away from Riccarton, to get some tournament clobber for me to wear. Did that in time. I rushed into the toilet, got changed, and then we played, myself and Moran Kelly, rest in peace, played in the pairs. We didn't do too well, we didn't qualify, but we made it, we got to the plate, and we got to the final of the plate against Brad Campbell and Gerald Tefeldor, but G and Brad ended up beating us in that game. I'll never ever forget that. Never forget it. I was only 17 at the time, and Moran would turn out to be one of my teammates at Woolston Gold for I think one full season before he developed health problems and eventually passed away in 2007, I think. Either 07 or 08 he passed away. The score, by the way, is not correct.
So it looks like the public have spoken, and not an overwhelming majority, but a majority nonetheless for Des Blair and Adam Shaw at this stage. So Des, who obviously was playing last week the North Islands up in Upper Hutt, made it as far as the quarterfinals before losing to Des Wilcox, the eventual winner.
I know Mike Bowdoin was quite a prominent player in especially the 90s around the Hornby, because he stopped playing about when I started playing top grade. But Alex is just going to have a look at that for you, Roger. This is somebody who has messaged me on Facebook Messenger and asked if Des has won anything with Mike Bowdoin. Bowdoin, I think it's pronounced. Split equals screen. At the moment you're being outvoted, I'm afraid, Foxy.
John, when you were referring to Des Blair and Brent Wells, that was the 2002 South Island pairs in Blenheim that Des and Brent won.
Oh yes, I remember that because that was my first ever South Islands tournament.
Oh really?
It's funny how you bring all this stuff up, all these memories up. I played with Paul Blackler in that because his partner Brent Saundercock pulled out because he got Giardia. I ended up playing with him and we got to the quarters, if you'll believe that.
Great clearance from Des Blair there. Very quickly moves into a 1-0 bleed.
Yeah, he used to be from Blenheim, I believe, Gina. But then he moved to Christchurch, but he always had friends in the Blenheim Nelson region. I think he had friends everywhere. He's just such a lovely guy. I think his wife Maureen's still kicking. I think she lives in Timaru. And she's a lovely lady as well. I truly hope she's still alive and doing well. I remember this about Gina when you obviously went by a different last name, and this when I started playing, you were regarded as one of the top female players in the South Island. This is what, late 90s, early 2000s? Good effort there from Chris to try to double on the 7. It's about the only real shot that he had.
Absolute monster break from Des Blair there. You can see one of the few players here who's been using the shark crack. Thought there might have been more actually, but
I think it's only the players who possess a shark rack. Most players don't actually have a shark rack of their own. The only chance they get to use it is if the opponent has one and by law has to offer the use of the shark rack to them.
Yeah, which Mike Hayes did to me in our match, but normally I would, but because I haven't actually used them throughout this tournament, I thought it's a bit late to be changing things up now, but
yeah, it's fair enough.
He was getting some monster splits from his.
Are you getting a bit jealous there of his monster splits?
Oh mate, there's some big breaks.
Yeah, that boy definitely hits them.
Certainly does.
Ooh, is there a wee hole there? I think Des's reaction suggests there might be a wee chance for Adam here. Oh, nice, Kev. 1994 seems so long ago, doesn't it? I was only 8 years old then. I wasn't even playing pool then.
But speaking of big breaks, we talked about this earlier, but you know, Adam Shaw possesses one of the biggest breaks in the game. Last year's South Island, he only had one dry break in both the section play and post section. Very impressive weapon to have in your arsenal.
Well, not only does he hit them so well, but he just times them so well. It's one thing to absolutely twat it off the break, but it's completely another thing to time it so that you get your cue ball in a good place, as well as getting a really good spread and maximising the chance of you potting a ball. Double first, okay. Is he going to try and squeeze this past the 14? Oh, get good. No. Oh, I don't think he really... Does he really want to be moving the 15 at this point? Is it worth the risk?
Just on the other table, looks like Steve Denton's got a good chance to move into a 2-0 lead. I think they're just in the second frame on that other game.
Yeah, he just needs to control this
which he has done
combo,
perfectly.
and he's done so very well. Bit of a mess to get there, but never mind the noise. Denny Bowen's earned himself a stay of execution from the streaming table. Did he have a free ball? He must have done. To play the 8 onto the 15, he must have been snookered. I didn't think he was, but...
No, I couldn't see him.
Okay. I just need a drink, man. Sorry, it's personal problems. I'm just going to quickly go and get myself a drink, Alex. I got dropped off, so... Yee!
Are you buying an alcoholic drink?
Oh, can do. What are you drinking?
Just a pint of
some sort of deal. To just be able to tap it.
Thanks, John. Pickups, yes. Adam just looking as though he might have preferred to have covered the bag rather than that ball drop in, but in it goes nonetheless. Is he looking to just try and play the 3 onto the black, try and take control of that pocket maybe? Try and screw into it from this shot like that. That's a great shot by Adam. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously now all of Dez's balls and the black are in the open, so puts a bit of pressure on Adam. He does now have to go for this clearance. He's got to take these out. You'd certainly back a player of Adam's caliber to take these remaining smalls in the black out. Adam Shaw last year made it to the semi-finals of the Great Southern Knockout before losing to Adam Lilly. Adam beat Neil Wally in the first round. Oh, he's played that well. The way he just controlled the pace on that cue ball was something else. So he's not ideal on the 7, but he can still just cut this in and should be able to hold for that 4 ball, or alternatively he can take the 4 first. He's played that well. And there's very few players in New Zealand who've got better cue ball control than this guy on your screen at the moment. Clinical. So level things up at 1 apiece between Adam and Des as we move back to Chris and Steve. Chris needs to get back into this match, 2-0 down. Chris, the 2018 South Island singles champion, beat Michael Hayes on that occasion in the final. Mike's still in this event, playing exceptionally well at the moment. Beat me 4-1. Beat Corey Reed 5-0. He was actually 3-0 down to Nathan Geddes in his first round match, and he won the next 4 to take out Nathan 4-3. So yeah, Mike will be looking to at least return to the final this year, if not win it.
Alright, we've got some sponsor love coming up now that we're both freshly watered up.
So big thanks as always to Amcor, Austin Farrier Supplies, Christchurch Accountancy and Tax Services, DJ Purden Builders, Fitzgerald Motors, Lolly Shop, who provided us with a lovely bag of lollies in our goodie bags this year, and Need More Firewood, On Cue, Paul Renwick Joinery, Pete's Painting, and Ultra Fit Out.
These are pure bloody filth.
So Adam Shaw getting us underway in the third frame and predictably made a ball off the break. I assume he's using one of his own handmade playing and break keys today.
Yeah, he's an accomplished woodworker. Woodsmith. I know that's not a term, but I just made it one.
Paul, you can check on Adam Lilly. Can you check on Adam Lilly's score, please?
We're going to get you an update on that, Chrissy.
So yes, Adam is currently playing Danny Hernia. It's on one of the far tables, so just sent our roving reporter off to have a look for us.
Danny Hernia is another name that stirs up memories for many. The guy that I was saying on commentary before that has that consistency of getting to the pointy end of tournaments, and I don't think he's ever won a South Islands. I know that he's got to the semi-final and the final several times. He might have won one. He might actually have one under his belt. Alex is looking to stuff my foot into my mouth now.
Oh, he won the pairs with Danny Ryan in 2013.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's won the singles. No.
No, I did know that he'd won a pairs title.
Oh, who was asking about Bowden? If he won the pairs there.
The South Island pairs. That you were talking about Roger as Barry Henderson and Mike Bowden in 1998 at Kaiapoi. Mike Bowden did win the singles in 91 at Papanui as well. Just from what I can see from the screenshot that I was looking at. Mike Bowen in 2002, Mr. Southwest reckons Danny Hernia won that one. Just get a confirmation for you very shortly.
No, so the 2002 pairs was won by Des Blair and Brent Wells. Oh no, sorry, Danny Hernia and Mike Bowen won in 2001, not 2002.
So you were correct, they did win it, but you just got the year wrong. But we'll still give you full marks for that.
Yeah, that's pretty good, considering it's over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So in summary, Danny Hernia's won 2 South Island pairs titles.
Finally put that discussion or argument to bed.
And more importantly, John, do you have my credit card?
Yes. I was not at any point considering keeping it. There you go. I'll just make an audible slap so you know I gave it back.
So Adam Lilly is currently 2-1 down against Danny Hernia. This is a race to 5, remember, so still plenty of life left in that match.
Just with that, see Christchurch Accountancy and Tax Services, that is Keith Thorpe. He's returned here from the UK after the passing of his wife. He laid her to rest as per her wishes and is back here now. So absolutely lovely man, and Stephanie was a lovely lady too, so glad to see Keith back here, and looks like he's doing pretty well as can be expected.
Do you know why Keith withdrew from his game this morning? I was supposed to be playing the winner of Keith versus Joseph, and Keith was a no-show.
Possibly COVID.
Seems to be a little bit of it going around.
Yeah, I think that's the answer for everything now.
Yes.
Scary Terry. Oh, I remember him. I don't think you've ever seen him play. Scary Terry Sullivan. It's a wild and unkempt looking thing, but my... he could hold and play a cue. Just had the shots, didn't he? I say that like you've ever seen him play, but he had some wicked shots. It's mostly early to mid 2000s I can remember him being active. I think he was playing before then though.
Just whilst talking to Steve Denton with a chance to go, is it to go 3-0 up?
Yes. Looks like he's missed it though. Was it the black he was aiming for?
It was. So Chris does have a chance with this double.
This was very similar to the one he made against me when I missed the black when it was 3-3 in our match.
You fancy him to get this one?
I do, because he's got history today of making this shot. Top right of your corner screen, folks.
Clutch moment for Chris Geary. He's
Got
made
it
it
again!
What a shot.
Geary the Great strikes. It's on the back of his shirt. No doubt he picked that himself. He had to have.
And Des Blair with an opportunity to move up to 2-1 over Adam Shaw here. So both of these games are going to be
2-1, yeah.
nicely poised at 2-1. And how good that, games of this quality are last 16. We've still got another 3 rounds after
I know,
this.
it's almost unfair, isn't it? But this is the strength of the field. Terry, very good cueist. Yes, he was a very good snooker player as well. I think he attempted to, or he did set a record for the longest amount of time continuously playing snooker. I remember someone saying that. I don't know how long he played for, but I do remember someone saying that he was seeing basically 2 of every ball towards the end. He could barely actually see properly.
So Adam Lilly is now 3-1 behind. Snookered himself on the black.
Oh, have you got your own wee side hustle going there?
Yeah.
Bosh, go get some off the break.
So Adam Lilly in a bit of trouble. The 2019 South Island champion. I know this tournament means a lot to Adam. He wants to be known as the best player in the South Island.
Well, he was
Especially in Simon's absence.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of passed the baton, hasn't he, as Simon? And I say that because Simon's off with Matt Edwards in England at the moment, so he couldn't play in this. But we wish both Simon and Matt the very best of luck in queuing on their Peers or Scotch Peers 9-ball World Championship tilt.
Yep, and make sure you're watching it, guys. Tuesday, 10 PM Sky Sports. First up against Germany, the defending world champions. Doesn't get much tougher than that, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall.
True dat, true dat. I'm showing how much of an absolute noob I am, but who are the Germany pairing?
It is Thorsten Homan, who was, you may remember, he was in New Zealand for the exhibition, and then Joshua Filler, who is the best player in the world at the moment. Recently won the UK Open, World Pool Masters, went deep in the World Championships. He's an ex-world. They're both ex-world champions. But it's race to 7 winner breaks. Anyone can win.
Yeah, and I remember Thorsten Holman coming over here and giving a wee clinic, if you remember. And he also did a wee bit of commentary, I believe, on a New Zealand 9-ball tournament when he was over here.
Oh, is that right?
With Matt. He's a fitness fanatic as well.
Yep.
He's programmed that into his daily life for not only just his life, but stamina on a pool table. It's so important to actually have that when you're playing for 12, maybe 14 hours a day.
What do we think Des is doing here, John? Is he going to try and go from this 1 to the 7? Or does he want to try and do something with his 2 ball? Or is he just going to try and double the 7?
I wouldn't be surprised if he doubles the 7, to be honest, but if he just gets a wee nudge on the 2 and makes it more on, because it is on there, but the position is going to be difficult because the black's in the way, and if he does try to cut the 7, then he's at risk of snookering himself. I just reckon he just pounds us in with heaps of screw and he's going to hit the black. I know he's going to hit the black, but he's essentially going to sort of hit through the black and still get on the 7.
Is queuing going to be slightly hampered by the 11 ball?
Maybe a little, but I think he's just asking Wendy Carlson, the referee, to just watch the legality of the shot. Who did I say? Wendy Stevenson. Jesus, sorry. Thanks, Paul.
Well, excellent shot by Des. Good result. That black's just spit out quite nicely, so he doesn't need to do much with the cue ball. But
absolute mare.
He did need to pot that, and he has now tied up. Looks like he's tied up the 7 ball just next to that black.
Dear, oh dear. I think there was a bit of a rush of blood, to be honest. He just kind of took it for granted.
Now, Adam doesn't even need to pot this. He can just take control of that bag.
Maybe with a wee bit of right-hand side to ensure he's not leaving a snooker if he misses. So, I don't think this is a snooker. So it's always hard to tell.
Surely not.
No, the black's got to be too far tucked in behind the 7.
Yeah, there's clear daylight between those two.
Tony Van Wyk and I enjoying the live stream from Dargaville, says Grant Loveridge. Awesome to have people from our other island, shall we say, watching and commenting on the stream. To see the very best of that Paul from the South Island has to offer, plus one of your guys as well.
So Adam obviously now going for the clearance. Be extremely surprised if he didn't polish off this frame.
He took his medicine there. Ooh, droppies. But I thought sometimes players would try to cheat that pocket and get closer to the 13, but Adam deciding it wasn't worth the candle. Okay, I think he might be able to.
Is he a little bit straight on this?
He's just off angle, I think, towards the wrong side, but a little bit of left-hand side. No, he made the angle himself. Great shot. Stuff that up your gob, John. What do I know? I'm just talking about the game he's playing at.
So 2 apiece.
It's his world at the moment.
It's a cracking game, this one.
Oh, hell yeah. Wee bit of past playing present. Des Blair, of course, still a very, very good player, though, and write him off at your peril.
Well, to give you an idea as to how good Adam Shaw is, obviously originally being from the UK, and Adam's previously won a GB9 event, and that's the 9-ball event that Matt Edwards and Simon Singleton are currently partaking in Telford in the UK. So, yeah, Adam actually started off life as a snooker player, and then transitioned across to 9-ball on the 9-foot table. I don't think he really was playing too much 8-ball on the 7-foot table until New Zealand, really. He was far more snooker and 9-ball orientated, but I mean, check this breakout, guys. This is how you break off.
Do you reckon that wasn't his hard break either? He took a little something off that.
Was that a soft break?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like he went full hundy, but I reckon he took a little something off that for control, but which he hasn't quite managed to achieve. But he has got a ball down. Who are all the other... You mean who's playing in them, Mr. Southwest? You have... Let me have a look. Danny Hernia versus Adam Lilly. I believe Adam's 3-1 down, is he? Adam Lilly?
Was. I don't believe all of the last 16 matches are actually out at the moment, are they, John? I can't see...
Johnny Mattingly, I think, is still in as well. I see him playing Peter Agnew over there. I think that's a last 16 main game as well.
Is Mike Hayes out?
Mike Hayes is still playing.
Where is he? Oh no, I mean, is he actually... I can't actually see him
Out
playing
on
on
the table, you mean?
the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not at the moment. I think he's waiting for a result.
No, he plays Corey. Oh no, they played, didn't they?
Yeah, Mike
He's
beat...
into the last day.
Mike beat Corey 5-0.
He's into the quarterfinal.
Oh yes, yeah. So Mike's actually ahead of these guys. That's right. Yeah.
Geary- So Mike plays Geary. Geary beat Marty.
Yeah. So Mike Hayes is playing Kerry Wirtz in one of the quarter-final matches.
Two each, by the way, this match. Just trying to change the score. There you go. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, so Lee and Tyree playing, are they?
Oh, hold up. You might get away with it. Hold all tickets.
Glenn Spears to table. 18, please, your opponent's
Put your hands back in your pockets.
That's a massive fluke in the frame, isn't it? That's huge. That's a frame winner. Is he just gonna,
Well, it is.
just
You're
going to
right.
screw back? Yeah.
You're just playing for the 15 there. No other intent to get on the 9. Just make sure you land on the 15 because it's a natural shot to the 9. Stun it in. Make sure you splat on the 9. So this will just go in the top left corner, the 8. It's
Yeah.
pretty natural to just come off the rail and be there.
I think we're going to well and truly beat the ladies' final from the other day, the way the numbers are looking so far.
Oh, he's cued that well.
Yes, he's cued the pants and underwear off it.
Absolutely cracking one this match. So this is going to be 3-1 to Adam.
3-2, but
Oh, sorry,
I take
3-2.
I take your previous point. See, well, why bother just hitting them in slowly when you can do that? So many people would have just pasted that in and gone for the top corner pocket. But no, I'll just cue the leather off it and end up bang on the middle.
That's what separates them from us, John.
Indeed.
As we go back to Chris and Steve.
It's a 9-ball kind of shot, that, isn't it? I mean, obviously the pockets and the balls are bigger, it's a slightly easier shot, but the mechanics are the same.
I'm the same as you. I would just rolled it in and just have been happy with a longer black, but that is what separates the better players. They will take on a harder pot to get better posse on their next ball.
You're not relying on the table to give you the spoils, are you, when you're playing it like that? The table gives you nothing. You make it all yourself. Well, Chris is on the overs here. I don't for a moment think that's exactly what he was trying to do. Now, he'd be prudent to leave the 12 where it is, because the black could go in that pocket. Unfortunately for Chris, I think the 6 may plant onto the 7, so that kind of takes away one safety option. He could, if he's good enough though, if his touch is good enough, play to leave it pretty much smack on the 6. Or he tried to leave the 12 right on the 6, and I just wonder whether Steve might be able to have a hit at this. Also notice the fact that the black is now near the middle pocket. Oh, shot. Using the table and the rails beautifully there was Des. Go the correct side of the 1. Now can he hit enough of that and bite into it to maybe get that 9-5 split, or do you reckon he tries to place the cue ball if the 5's on? So place it or hit it? Or is he taking the third option? Because that might be another way. It's a bit left field, but double the 4, he's got a slight angle on that double. Maybe the cue ball will come back into the 9 and the 5, and the 7 makes for maybe a bigger pocket. Oh, there's another way of doing it, and he's gotten so unlucky.
He deserved better, didn't he?
Still there though. I think one of the 3 and the 5 has to be on there, so do not despair just yet. Don't think the black's on though, or if it is, it's going to be very tough to get onto. Don't think he'd be so worried about the 8 at the moment there, though. Angle. That needs to get. That really needed to get, didn't it? Is there any safety you can see? I'd struggle to find a safety shot here.
Well, Adam's got balls all over the table, and Des knows the way Adam's playing. He leaves him a shot on. There's a chance that it's frame over.
I wonder if this plant doubles. Plant 5 into 3, double top left corner pocket. Oh, it Dilly did, but
unlucky.
the white ball filled the space. I thought that might have been on too. Geez, he wasn't far away. What's he doing? Oh, okay, no, he's going to get the shark rack removed. I was wondering why he was putting his cue on the table, but... Asking Murray Davies, the referee on the table, to spot that ball that's on the on the shark rack, so the rack can be removed. Chris Geary now, I think he might be on the 6 being the under, and he's taking the black as a free ball. I believe that's the one. Yeah, I think that's the 2 there as well. I'm just looking at the tabletop right of your screen. We'll leave that for now.
Is the tournament going to go very late? So, well, crikey, it's 5:10, isn't it? And we'll be up to last 16, so...
Yes, I think is the short answer.
Yes. But hey, not a bad thing.
Nah, it's got to get Paul. We get to commentate on more Paul. Happy days, as Paul Hinch would say.
There will be another cut at some point throughout the night. Are you aware?
Yeah.
Just something to be aware of, folks. In, well, just under 3.5 hours, I think.
Somewhere between now and then.
Yeah.
We'll find a spot.
So between now and maybe 8 o'clock, there will be a cut of the stream so that the stream can be rebooted because of the 6-hour time limit. So we're not going to get all this polling in, what is it, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I don't see it happening, so there will have to be a cut at some point.
At least 10 o'clock before we finish it, right?
Adam will be looking for a wee bump on this, I think. Just bump the black out of the way.
Bump it a little bit too much, do you think?
No, I think he just overhit it. He was trying to hit the black, yes, but not quite that hard. This deflected the cue ball further off straight than he wanted.
Oh, he's played that well. I said earlier, Adam Shaw's got some of the best cue ball control you'll see in the country, and
Well,
already seeing it in this match.
That shot rivals Kerry Wirtz for touch. Kerry Wirtz' excellent touch play. That's as good as anything that Kerry can play.
So Adam Shaw moves to the hill. He's got a bit of a cushion at 4-2 and a race to 5, and things getting slightly ugly between Chris and Steve here. The battle of the Silver Bellies, or
former Silver Bellies.
Yeah,
It's
disbanded
a bit
Silver
of a
Bellies.
shame that the Silver team couldn't stay up.
Well, I'm sure a team with that much history will be back at some point. 4-2, Adam.
Well, he's got a free ball if he wants it. But is he? But
So Adam Lilly just won a frame, so he was 3-1 down, but I think 2 frames have happened since then, so it's either 3-all or 4-2 to Adam.
it'd be 4-2 to Danny Hernia, wouldn't it?
Oh, sorry, yep, to Danny.
Yeah, based on what the previous score was.
Yeah, because Danny was 3-1 up.
It was a bit of an ugly situation there for Steve. I'm looking top right corner. He's on the unders. The 2's the ball that's 2's the blue ball there that is just away from the pocket that he's queuing towards. The 6 I don't think is actually on from here. So whether he looks to try and put the 2 back over the hole and secure that pocket again.
Yes, Donna, this is the last 16. If you look just below the players' names, bottom right, we always just try to indicate what round we're up to.
Thank you for joining as well, Donna. It was a pleasure to see your smiling face last night. Beaming Yottawatt smile as always. There's Donna Chill. You can look that up too, by the way. Yottawatt.
What's that?
10 to the power 24 watts. Is, in terms of the energy created by the sun, is in the Yottawatt range.
Crikey. Good knowledge, Sean. You're wasted as a pool commentator.
Hang on. Watts is a measure of... Hang on, let me think physics. Basic physics.
Anyway, so Adam Shaw is at the table. He's got an opportunity to take out this frame and the match. Just the 2 and the 5 that are the problem balls for him. He's just going to try and get this shark correct removed.
This was touched on briefly at the AGM as well, about the shark rack. Well, first of all, fine to use. No problems with people using it, but getting the referees to remove the rack if it gets in the way of the balls or the track of the balls. Ronnie was there as a referee delegate, and he said that they had no issue with having to perhaps take a minute or so to spot balls to remove the shark rack, because the alternative is that without the better break that you get on the shark rack, you might get frames that last a lot longer than that if that makes any sense.
Well, it's
Oh, get out of there.
first missed pot from Adam Shaw in a few frames there. Des's ball's in a good position aside from this 14.
Ooh, Husey. Good to have you on, partner.
Oh,
Played with
was he
me
my
and-
replacement last night? It's me and,
Enforced replacement, yes.
me and you were supposed to be playing together in
Exactly.
the Southern Pride match.
But yeah, you looking
Fortunately,
after your kids, so,
yes.
which is completely fair enough. Ah, the bloody 2, you dirty mongrel. What a nasty, horrible queuing bridge this is going to be.
Well, he can still. Can he not just cut the
No, he's married to it.
cut the 12 in?
I don't think it's on. If it is on, then obviously there's a gap we can't see. That just burns a hole through, doesn't it? Because he was aiming completely to get on the 14, and he did, but the 2's ended up stuck to the bloody cue ball, hasn't it? Chris. So 2 frames apiece between Chris Geary and Steve Denton. Good. One of my best mates in pool actually is Chris.
So it looks as though are they just checking to?
The Black Pearl Tavern.
So it looks
I
like
believe
it looks
has
like it
shared
is
our
cuttable
stream.
actually.
Woohoo! Yes, it was slice and dice. Can this pass by the 6 if he's looking to cut the 14? Or can he manufacture it so that it does?
I think it's time to.
Because it
time to
will
get rid of this
deflect
14.
towards the 6. Can he miss the 6? Because if he hits the 6, obviously it drops and it's a combo. Oh, that's beautiful. What a shot. 4-2 down, comes up with an absolute biggie.
Clutch moment from Des. Still got to see this frame out.
Thank you, Dev. I try very hard. Well, no, most of it comes naturally.
What a game this one is. Still only the last 16, don't forget, guys. Steve and Chris just having a quick refreshment break.
Lovely assured shot on the 15. It's because it's so easy when the ball's over the hole to not get position on your next one. But played it authoritatively, if that's the correct word. Now the black will squeeze past the 6. Just
Well
like
played,
that.
Des. So Des reduces the deficit to 1 and makes it 4-3 in a race to 5.
Look at this. This is a wonderful venue, is it not?
That's a great view.
You're not biased at all being from Hornby, are you? To say how nice this actually looks.
Yeah, no, it's quite a sight.
I was harping on before about how this is very similar in layout to the way it was before the club got revamped. Because we had all this wood floor, and then at the other end you had your toilets, you had your bar, and now you've added in a kitchen as well. It's a brilliant setup. The only thing it misses is the ability to have the streaming cameras at the ends of the tables.
Yeah.
That's a very minor
I've quite enjoyed this
inconvenience,
side
though.
on views this week, actually. It's added a different perspective. I think what you can't quite tell from this view is in that sort of darkened area in the upper right, there's a lot of people there, there's a lot of spectators, which you can't quite see, but there's a good crowd here at the Hornby Club, and it's going to be an awesome atmosphere by the time we get down to our final 2 tables for the semis and everyone's crowded round.
Also, a big congratulations to the players who have been eliminated, who have stuck around to watch. So easy to kind of go home after you lose, or to wherever you're from if you're not from Christchurch, but there's a lot of people who have stayed to watch, and for that you deserve a bit of applause.
Well, it's a Saturday night. What else are you going to do apart from
piss up and watch pool.
Yeah, get pissed at
Exactly.
the Hornby Club. Paul, just check on Adam's score. Yeah, thanks, mate.
I must say this whiskey and I
Oh,
must
so-
say that this double whiskey and Coke Zero is going down very nicely.
Oh, so a quick update. So I just saw Adam and Danny have just shook hands because they're about to play their deciding frame. So they are locked at 4 apiece.
Bonus. Thank you, Paul. We just confirmed that.
And it looks as though Danny is breaking in the deciding frame.
Ooh, bonus pole. Don't we love a bit of bonus pole?
Oh, stop it, Jim.
Don't stop. How did that not go in? That looked in all the way. Maybe just the speed at which he played it. But just very, very quickly going for the overs since there was still an open table. Is that a 9-ball cue he's playing with?
I believe so, yes.
Be one for the 9-ball cue crowd if he can win a few games, because we've had a few players who are actually champion players who do use a 9-ball cue on the 7-foot tables.
Yep, Simon uses this Mez cue.
Nothing wrong with it at all. Whatever pots the balls and gets the job done. Use a broomstick if you want to.
I had a chance to play with Simon's cue in Queenstown. It was just the most incredible experience of my life playing with that cue. It's unbelievable. You know, $4,000 cue. It's worth every penny.
Well, even more so than the birth of your 2 children and marriage to your wife.
Simon's cue's definitely up there, John. Definitely up there.
Oh, I had to slip that in. You left me every opportunity there.
Okay, so
Ooh, a bit of slice and dice. Woo.
4-3. Des has got to win the next 2.
Bit of UB40 pumping on the stereo, if anyone can hear that. Not that that's any
Hopefully they can't, otherwise the
Yeah,
copyright will
exactly.
kick in.
Oh, we can hear it, but the mics on the actual cameras are muted. Or turned down very low. Oh, he's missed it entirely, he's whiffed. As a neutral viewer, then yeah, always bonus pole, because it's more buttock clenching stuff. Yeah, I got my chance at bonus pole earlier on with Chris, and unfortunately I came out on the wrong end of it. But hey, it was great to see him. It's great to see Chris playing and playing well. I mean, he's, as I said before, he's one of my best mates on and off the pool table, and he deserves all success because he's worked quite hard at his game to actually go from being disinterested in the game to being interested again and putting some more time in. Just going to get a wee update on that score between Steve and Chris. Steve Denton currently 3-2 up over Chris Geary. It's about time Chris got some balls off the break. He never potted a single ball off the break against me.
And Steve's 3-2 up.
Switch back to this match. Adam Shaw on the rampage here. Looking to add another shriveled head to his belt, so to speak. Must be the whiskey. I'm feeling some kind of way at the moment.
Getting loose,
He'll be
John.
feeling a different kind of way after that.
Wow, what an opportunity for Des to level this up. Go hill.
Needs to be careful of the 5 and the 7 here. No, he went the correct way. Stay away from them and go that side of the table. some players would have gone around the back of the 5 and the 7 for the 10 or 15 and...
Oh, Des!
Come on.
That could be the end of his tournament. Do you think Adam misses from here?
I would say no, but I've seen it done.
It's really just going to come
Probably
down to that
not,
2
though,
ball,
surely
right?
not. Dead Kennedys, I'm all with you on that one. Barton McGill. Anything with a bit of hop I'm happy with. This is not a bad song either. Just saying how important it is to have some music going while we're playing. It certainly livens the mood in the place.
I can't believe that miss from Des. Just seems so uncharacteristic.
It's a bit of pressure though. I mean, even he feels it. No one's immune. If
Not
that's-
even the 4-time national
Exactly.
singles champion Des Blair.
If this is straight, that's pretty much perfect. Just run through here for the 2.
And the 2 is really match ball, right?
Yeah. Woo. Ooh.
Just needs to
That's
top
alright.
this through to hold on to go for that 3 ball, I guess.
Thought for a scary moment that was going to curl into the jaw and he'd be jaw snookered. But it pulled up just in time. How's your stroke, Adam? Pretty bloody good.
Is he going 6 first?
6 if it's on. Otherwise, play the 3, work around for the 6. I think it's going to be the 6, Alex.
Looks to be that way, and this looks as though it's the end of the road for Des Blair at this year's South Islands. Adam Shaw 2 balls away.
Which pocket do you think he puts this black in? Does he leave the cue ball roughly where it is now and put it in the middle pocket, bottom of the screen?
I mean, I would, but I feel like Adam could
Just
maybe
wonder
some
if has he got his big stick out and he's going to go for a bit more of a screw to put it in the same pocket. 2 rails maybe. Yeah, 2 rails. Oh, no man's land. Hello. Hello, extra clinch.
What a shot.
This
Big shot coming out.
should be able to cut this in without the in off. He's always got to be careful of it, and often the in off does impact the actual shot or quality of shot. It could go either way with this cut. It's obviously not ideal either way, but you take the way in which you can cue it as naturally as possible without the threat of the in off. Cue it naturally, don't have to worry about the in off. That's the goal.
And
Oh
there it
yes,
is.
clutch.
Adam
Not
Shaw
even-
just too good on the day for Des Blair, and Adam moves into the quarterfinals.
He put a little something on that because he was nowhere near it off. There's only Adam and a handful of other players can actually hit it like that, as cleanly as that.
Back to the Battle of the Silver Bellies.
Untitled 7, we're going to have Barry Henderson.
You guys, don't forget, if you have not yet subscribed to the OnCue YouTube channel, please do subscribe. It allows others to find the streams more easily, get it out to pool enthusiasts all over the world, not just in New Zealand.
We can show the very best of talent that this country has to offer.
Absolutely. Geary the Great from the Black Pearl
Ah.
Tavern.
Arr, those are so good. Those shirts, I love them. Almost makes me want to play pub pool just so I can get a shirt like that.
You don't play pub pool, John?
No, I used to, but I just didn't have the time to commit more to it. Just needs to sort of... Well, pocket weight's dangerous though, because these do hook into the jaw so much. The natural nap actually takes it. But no, he's played that really well because he's concentrated on that far jaw, and the ball's kind of the white ball's kind of followed him there. Just needs to bury this. Does
3-3. So that moves to a best of 3 between Chris and Steve.
big game, Chris Geary coming out. He showed that against me, and now showing again against his old mate and his peers partner in this tournament. Been a bit of tit for tat in that game too. Obviously the score, yeah, but there's been a bit of safety instead of the usual open game that we've been seeing. The players have actually been playing a bit of cagey stuff.
You reckon it's got to be quite tough playing in, these types of matches deep in a tournament when you're playing with a good friend and a pairs partner? You'd probably rather be playing with someone
that isn't as close to you.
Yes. I think sometimes I often find if I'm playing a friend or someone I know, the match can lose its intensity. And you want that intensity. It gets the adrenaline flowing.
I would have imagined that would add to it, though. You're playing one of your best mates. You want to knock the skin off each other. Obviously, you're still going to respect each other at the end of the match, no matter what happens. But I mean, you're good mates, but you're playing against each other on the pool table. You want to beat each other, and often these sort of games add some extra spice, and you kind of put that friendship aside while you're playing, but then it comes back every other time.
So Adam, Lilly, Danny Hernia are still 4 apiece in a race to 4. It's on the far side of the room.
Race to 5, yeah, no, the game would be over already.
What did I say?
You said a race to 4.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, no, he's locked in a tight tussle there with Danny Hernia. He currently is at the table that we can see on the overs. I think he's got a bit of work to do, but we're quite a distance away. He just pulled off a big shot there. I don't know whether he's on the black or I think there's a ball on the rail and then maybe the black. Anyway.
I think Adam was 3-1 down against Daniel Cole in his last game as well.
He was, and Daniel just kind of succumbed to the pressure. He let Adam in, and Adam just busted the barn door down.
Is that looks? I think Adam's on the black to win the match. Is he?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and he got it too.
Yeah. Adam Lilly 5-4 over Danny Hernia. So Adam Lilly moves into the quarterfinals.
Comeback kid. Could that be the story of the singles this year? The comeback kid.
Yeah, 3-1 down in his last 2 matches. Wins them both.
Talking about comeback kids, Steve Denton, but Chris Geary more so. In the pairs, they were 3-1 down and staring right down the barrel, and as you might have seen, they kind of got a leg up with a bit of an inopportune foul by Greg Hammond in that pairs final, but showed that they got the chops to come back from a deficit, both of these guys, and I think Chris was the guy who was down at least a frame before and has now levelled it up. Steve currently at the table though on I believe the overs. I'm looking to see if any of those 3 balls pass the 4, or if maybe the 14's on with the 7 being there. Maybe need to learn a wee bit of pool etiquette there in the background. Just notice a person walking in front of Steve's line of shot. That's not a great result for Steve though. He's really limited his options on those two balls, 14 and the 12. The 12 I think is on past the 8 in the middle, but that's about the only shot that he's going to have on that, and that's going to be extremely difficult to get to from where he is now. Maybe there's a cut on something. He's trying to put the 4 on the rail for some safety.
So just give you a rundown as to what the quarterfinals are shaping up to be. So Dan Bowen is playing the winner of this match, Steve Denton and Chris Geary. Then we have Adam Shaw against Adam Lilly. That's going to be an absolute cracker. We have Mike Hayes versus Kiri Wirtz.
Oosh.
And we have Kiri McAladies is playing the winner of Peter Agnew and Johnny Mattingly. I think that match, that's finished.
Yeah, we'll need to find out who actually won that game. So we can fill the 8 then.
So we're just waiting for the conclusion of Steve and Chris, and that'll give us our 4 quarterfinal matches and 4 absolute crackers.
They are, and actually you would think that Kiri Michaelides and either Johnny Mattingly or Peter Agnew would be kind of dark horses, or not as favoured as the other players you've just mentioned, but I mean, both of those guys have won titles themselves, haven't they? I mean, Johnny Mattingly is one of the most consistent players in the South Island, and Peter Agnew's been playing for Yonks, and I mean, he's done so well himself.
Adam Lilly next.
Yeah.
Sure Things just joined us, if he wishes to say a few words.
Yeah. Hey John, how you doing?
Good, thank you. What have you got to say about your match there, Adam? It was a cracker to commentate on.
Good. Yeah, no, it was pretty happy overall. I'm sort of improving as I go along, go through each game. Feel like I'm getting stronger. Still a few, some margin for improvement. But other than that, there's a couple of sort of silly mistakes, half mistakes or whatever, but other than that, it's fairly solid. So quite happy. I mean, just to beat Des is always good, so obviously happy.
Yeah, obviously hold him in quite high regard, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
you know
done it all,
his history
in
Q Sports.
Oh, aye. No, and he can still play very well, so. Yeah. How's this match going? 3-all.
3 each.
They had a head start, wasn't everything?
Steve did, yeah. Oh no, you did as well.
Definitely not as fast as you did.
So he needs to pull up.
He's on smalls, is he?
Yeah, I don't know whether that's pulled up in time for the 4.
It's pretty close. He may have a little look at it.
Tell you what though, Chris has got a real knack of pulling these out. Like the clutch shots when he's been down or when he's absolutely needed a shot, he's been able to make it. I think this is on.
Yeah, it looks like it the way he's playing. It's pocket weight. Oh, he's hit it thick.
Oh, I tell you what though, he did that against me too. He was struggling for those fine cuts down the rail.
I think he's left the pocket as well for the 14. So if he just plays the 12 onto the 9, but he just has to make sure he doesn't leave that 12 in that little funny spot just next to the cut pocket, you know, where it's just on the rail. Just needs to make sure he plays it where it comes back out. 12 onto 9.
Don't just play it hard enough to get there, right?
Yeah, you got to sort of roll
punch it in
exactly
like that.
It's perfect.
He's got a 14, you'd think 14-12, would you? Just make things easier for yourself. Just make sure you pot the 14.
Yeah, the only other thing, if he fancies the 14 in the middle, he could play the 12 now and just spin the cue ball sort of down towards the bottom rail, and then just drop that in.
He's got a wee angle on
and
13
sort
to manipulate.
From there, he's just natural position. That's probably the way I'd go.
Yeah, well, we were all considering what players would do, and then you played a shot where instead of rolling it in slowly and being on the black in the corner pocket, you punched it in down the rail. Potted the ball, came back perfectly for the middle. So
I remember that.
obviously you got that extra cue power and consistency in queuing.
We're requesting one.
Oh, he's chopped it.
Steve, he's missed it.
So easy to do when it's just off the rail, and you need to pop out for a ball.
I do feel like
All the time. Yeah, 2 just looks shit, mate. You can't follow it. We always ask people what they want to do, and everyone always chooses.
Like, if you put 2 games out, we put it to the people as to what game we focus on.
I think everyone's going to.
Adam Shaw, Adam Lilly, at the moment is the main candidate for this stream game.
Just let them know that we'll put a poll all for
Please.
final matches.
Yeah, all 4 quarterfinal matches, by the way, we'll put a poll up
That's probably the easiest way.
as to which of those games you want to see the most.
just got to be
Only-
careful here with this shot.
Yeah,
Why don't we just do that poll now?
Oh, he's played it well.
We know 3 of
I think.
that's going to coast. Go, go, grow legs.
Good shot.
It is going to be a bit of a break for them.
Is there?
Because they've got to try and get the flight quarters ahead. Otherwise, they could, the finals could be at the same time. So they've got to try and get a quarter.
Final of the flight's the last match.
This is a massive
yeah.
black. Massive black.
Should
Shouldn't
miss
need to
this.
worry too much about the cue ball.
You should make this, John.
Paul, do you want me to type it up?
Yes.
Yeah, well done, Chris.
Once again, clutch. 4-3, Chris Geary first to the hill.
Just tell me when to.
Yeah.
Whose break is it, John? Do you know? Looks like Chris's.
Oh, sorry. Is it? Sorry.
Table 8, can I have Lee Spears and Brian Cater?
So let's see. Chris was telling me all weekend how bad he is at breaking and he never makes a ball.
Yeah.
So let's
what
have a look
time.
when it needs one. Let's have a look.
D Bowen, maybe.
There's only one band left, isn't
Yeah. To
Yeah,
not
sure,
confuse him
yes.
from his dad. Come on.
Try
you,
again.
No, not again.
Has there been a few of these, has there, John?
He did that against me too. Did not pot a ball off the break against me. And he didn't pot a ball off the break in the deciding frame of the Peers Kashmir Club Champ Peers as
Right.
well. Yeah, he and Danny Bowen against myself and Rob Tipper. Chris broke and Dry broke.
Who won that?
And then Robbie stepped up and finished the table off.
Oh, you've
Cheers,
got some
bro.
memory, John.
What?
I can't remember what I had for
John,
dinner.
Can you explain to people that it's very important? Polls just come up.
Very important poll coming up. Please get your vote in. Which quarter-final match would you like streamed? The winner of this match versus Danny Bowen. Adam Shaw versus Adam Lilly. Kerry Wirtz versus Michael Hayes. And Kerry Michaelides versus Johnny Mattingly.
He's miscued. He's miscued.
What we'll do is we'll put the second part. We'll get them.
So how do they enter that, John? How do they enter the poll? Just on YouTube? Okay.
I'm going to go on that and vote.
So
Did
the
you s-
first game of those, or the top result getter of those games will be on stream and will be the one we focus mainly on. The
Deliver it.
second of those games will
Deliver
also
a
be
pizza,
shown,
okay,
but
sure.
in the top right corner, with cuts to that game where and if necessary.
What happened there? Did I miss something? I saw Chris miscue and then he still.
It was Steve.
That was Steve. Oh, I missed something. Oh, of course, because he dry broke, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. We were going on
Sorry,
about
I
his
know,
dry
I know.
break.
You see, I told you, I can't remember anything.
It's a good thing you remember how to hold a cue. You shouldn't say that. You're still in and I'm not.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Yeah, shut up, John.
Right.
Look at those poll results.
I think it's pretty... Jesus, 20 votes. Look at 24 votes, and 79% of you want the two Adams to be streamed. Does he find the gap?
Yeah, I think he's just nestled it
No,
in. It's just enough to cause a bit of a headache, I think, isn't it?
nuisance, isn't it? It's a nuisance.
Although it's probably easy enough to get it. He could probably move it now, actually, if he really wanted to. If he doesn't want to
He could
pot
play
too many balls.
What, off, maybe even off the rail and off the back of the ball. Only thing is where's it going after that? Is the 12 going to go into the 3 and
I
muck
think
that up?
I think if he almost sort of cuts it down the rail, the 7. I don't know if it'll go, but I think it'll
Change the
fall
score.
over the hole.
Oh yeah,
and,
true that. 4-3, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Chris Geary currently leads. We've just been busy with polls and what have you.
Oh, it did go.
What a result. It could have gone anywhere. He's ended up perfectly on the 3.
The only thing he'd probably want try and move the black, but he's got no angle, so he's gonna have to just take a chance that he gets that later.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at the 4 and the 1 especially. What those two balls you could use to move the 8. And they're both.
He might-
The
he might
one's
have-
fugly. Maybe the 4.
He's probably just gonna have to do it while he's trying to play onto the black. He's going for it now.
Oh,
Great
off the
shot.
rail. Look at this.
Great shot.
Did he move it enough? Deserves applause for the shot. I don't think he's
a bit
moved it
unlucky.
enough though.
He's unlucky, isn't he? Because now he's going to have a... Unless he... Don't know if he can... 4 go in the middle easy enough. Because it's going to be tough to bring the cue ball anywhere with that 5.
Tim and John, what the hell? What have you been drinking, Healy? Is that just because you've got 2 children now, or you're about to have 2 second child?
Who?
I'm on this end of it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not playing. I wish I were playing, but hey, this is a good second prize. For the people. For the people. For the people. Communism for the people. For the people.
So how does he get the cue ball out here?
Oh, he might try to split it again.
Just took a chance. It's not paid off, I don't think.
Oh, the 12, it got in the way.
Didn't like that shot.
Oh no, it didn't. Okay.
He's a bit unlucky.
Well, it was unlucky not to get the split, but also for the 12 to sit where it did.
He was always going to be that path with the cue ball. He was always going to be relying on a little bit of luck there. But
have you tried, just as an aside, Adam, have you tried Tiger Crystal Low Carb?
Hey?
Tiger, no, I take it that's a no. Tiger Crystal Low Carb beer.
I thought it sounded like
a seizure.
Like a dancer
yeah.
at CG's for a minute.
No, it kind of sounded more like a seizure.
I haven't. No. I need all the carbs I can get.
So we're going to end the poll because I think the result's pretty cut and dried. Oh, off the rail.
Oh,
God damn the cue ball.
The drink. Right.
Oh, you're funny,
So
Healy.
great chance for Chris here now. Just needs to
You're so funny, Healy.
hold himself together.
Ha, ha.
What's he going on about?
You're lucky you're over in the North Island at the moment. Oh, yes, please. Double of Jack Daniels and Coke Zero, thanks. Oh, baby, a double. Yes,
So I think he's got a perfect angle here just to play this 10 and just fall into that little area between the 15 and the rail,
but
so he can play the
be able to
15
get me a menu from downstairs?
top right as we're looking.
Apparently it's quicker downstairs.
It's just like a bit of a. I think he's got to just play a little stun run through almost.
Thank you.
Oh, he's gone into
Yes,
it.
with ice.
I don't think it's on. It's not.
Apologies, I'm just putting my drink order in. Did you thought he might just leave
I thought
that?
he could just. Yeah, I thought he could just drop on it into the top right, but he's gone into it. But it's not quite worked out. But he's still at the table. He's still got a decent chance to. Oh, he's going for the double now. Oof.
He's been pretty clutch at these. I've
Fair
got to be
enough.
honest.
Yeah.
If it works.
Absolutely. It's a great shot.
And again. And again. He just keeps doing it.
He's on the 12 plumb, top left, bottom left, or whatever.
You
top
sure?
left.
Is it? Are you sure that's on?
Yeah.
Okay. The more I look at it, the more it looks on for me too.
He's playing it, so
Yes. Does he get on the
Yeah, he's on it.
14?
He's
I
on it.
think he's stopped in time.
he's on it.
Need
He
to
might have to just, if he wants to get on it in the 9 onto the 9 in the same pocket, he might have to play a punch sort of stun run through off the cushion and out, or he can just drop down and play the 9 beneath the 8.
That's what I would
But
be doing,
it's-
Adam. It's a bit of a each way, and it could be a bit Ike-mo, but if it's the more natural option, I'd take it.
It's just going to be. He needs an angle to get on the black. Then that's the thing. Needs the good angle.
Get away
He
from
needs the good
jaws,
angle.
don't
That was
be
the problem with that shot.
straight.
That was the problem with that shot. But
Lift
still at the
himself
table.
straight.
He's run through, play another one of them doubles. He's just done. He's just put the 15 in from the same
He's-
spot. So
Yeah, he absolutely peeled a double before. I'm thinking he just pots this quietly and
Yeah.
sets for a double because that's his
he
shot.
can just drop the white on the top rail as well. I reckon. That looks
As a
fairly
safety option.
Yeah, just a bit of insurance. He's hung the 9 up.
Oh, that
So
might not be
Steve-
so bad. I know
Well, no,
that he's given Steve a
It's
shot,
another
but
chance.
it's not a good
so
one.
Steve needs to cue one in, and then he needs to get on the double.
John Potter, I
And
hope someone
that's-
picked up that phone because you called it.
So it's simple. There's no real decisions to be made here. It's one or the 4. Try and cue one in, and then drop the other one, and
Just-
cue ball back down it, around the black spot and below, sort of thing.
Yeah, just get it whacked. Get them potted.
But just focus on the pot here, don't you? Just
Worry
100%
about
to
your
that.
next shot
Exact-
when you
pretty
get a
much.
next shot.
Massive shot in the match now. If he doesn't get this, it's basically over.
Oh, exactly. Big Q.
Unlucky, good
Ooh,
effort.
He actually hit that really well
Jaw
too.
snooker. Nearly.
Imagine if that had been a jaw snooker. He'd have to take the 1 and
Take
not
the
the
1,
8.
wouldn't So just control the 8 ball here. Should be fine.
Just leave the 8 over the hole. Yeah,
Well
perfect.
done.
Couldn't have played
Well
it any
done, Chris.
better. This for the last 8. And indeed, Chris Geary. Geary the Great moves on 5-3 against Steve Denton.
Oh, crikey. It's like talking to my pint glass then.
Are you sure it's 2 pints and not 1?
So we are apparently going to be having a bit of a break now because the main flight event is actually running behind the main event, and so you obviously don't want those guys finishing first. So none of the quarterfinals in the main event have started yet, and I think I'm not too sure how long the break is going to be, but we'll keep you posted.
On table 13, can we have Warren Europeo and Roberto Tagalada?
Come on, princess.
Everything please.
Might start calling me 1 pint from now on.
One and done. Can you vote? Well, you did effectively vote on the second table. The second place getter in that poll is table top right of your screen when we come back. Jackie Coleman, good to have you on. I see you've still got a wee bit of skin in this game with Lilly still being in the tournament. Playing one of his best mates and prior doubles partner, Adam Shaw. I just want to get your opinion on this, Adam, because we were speaking about it before, Alex and I. What's it like, especially when it's not quite to the real business end, like last 8 or last 4, and you're playing one of your best mates on and off a pool table? How do you kind of deal with that?
It's tricky. Like, yeah, obviously you don't want to, you know. In some ways, you don't want to see your mate go out, but then in other ways, you like, it's your mate. So I don't know. You kind of like, in some ways, you want to win as well. You know, want to win more. In some ways, it's, I don't know. It's a funny one.
Smash them all over the table.
It's just one of them things. But you get, I mean, like the pools. You know what the pool scene is like. Everyone knows everyone. So you as soon as you start playing tournaments, pretty quickly you're playing people you know. So you just get used to it. You know, over the years of playing, you just get used to it, and it's just the way it is. Yeah, everyone's like you say.
You get so many mates in pool though.
Yeah.
It's a big pool's a massive family, isn't it?
Well, I've played 3 matches today, and 2 of them have been against lads that I know reasonably well. So already, and got another one now against Adam. So you just get used to it.
You kind of have to put the friendship aside, but at the same time you want to use that as extra respect for the player you're playing against.
Yeah, I'd say it's more comes in when you know the person's game really well. Like obviously I know Adam's game pretty well, and
Big Scott.
You kind of know what to expect. You're playing someone you don't know, and it's it's the unknown. You don't know how they play or whatever. So it's but I mean, playing Adam, you know that you're gonna have to play well. You know, he's just a machine of a cubist and a potter. So you just know you just got to play well, and that's it. If you don't play well, be lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And when I played against Chris before, and after the match finished, we gave each other a big hug because he and I are really good mates. And all I want for him now is to go as far as he can and do the absolute best, and he's fulfilling that at the moment, getting into the last 8.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing you in the South Island, Healy. The rubbish banter aside, you're actually one of the best cubists in the country. Your bants are pants, but your cue's good.
So, what's that lineup again for the quarters?
Adam Shaw, Adam Lilly, Michael Hayes versus Kerry Wirtz.
Kerry Wirtz, yeah.
Chris Geary versus Danny Byrne.
Yes, and Johnny Mattingly versus Kerry Michaelides.
Yeah.
And so the winner of your game will be playing the winner of Danny Byrne and Chris Geary.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be able to see just middle top of your screen, there's a main flight match being played. There's actually another one on the left of your screen as well.
Where's that camera?
There's actually 3 of them being played on.
Where's that camera?
Right in the far corner.
That's okay.
Brian Cater playing against. Just trying to see who he's playing against. So I know Brian Cater's at the table now. This is the game just to the left of middle of your screen.
Oh, really? Southern Friday. Put it at the top.
Oh, he's playing against. So Brian Cater playing against Glenn Spears, whom I put out in the last 64, and Barry Henderson up against Mitch Gourlay on the table closest to us, and Roberto Taboada against, was it Warren Wairepo? Is that his name? Yes, I will indeed, Bex. I know that Johnny's a big follow from where you're from.
Okay, just trying to get these guys ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So, both Adams and Michael Hayes.
Yes.
That was the
we're
vote.
going to focus on the Adams.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks, mate.
So what time? How long do you think? It's a few minutes.
10 minutes. That'll be 10 minutes, John.
So about 10 minutes to go, folks, and then we'll have some live streamed poll for you. So thank you for your patience, but you will soon be rewarded.
You guys see it?
Thank you very much.
And there's another restaurant, but if you go to anyone knowing you to eat it really.
Do you want to do a quick interview, Adam? Or are you getting in the zone?
No.
So we've got about 10 minutes to go. We'll just have another quick chat with Adam Shaw. He's going to be our main streamed match versus Adam Lilly coming up. And I guess Adam, and I guess when people think of yourself and Adam Lilly, I mean the match that springs to mind last year's Great Southern Knockout, perhaps a match you wouldn't want to remember too much. It gave you a bit of a pasting, but what are your memories from that match?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't. When was that? What was that one?
The Great Southern Knockout? Oh, very good, very good.
He did. He gave me a hiding, so I suppose I owe him one. But memories from that match. I've probably put most of it out of my mind.
I remember you saying after you
play
just didn't really get going.
No, I didn't get going.
Adam was
Probably
firing.
I'd played reasonably well in the match before, and then just come back the next day, and for whatever reason, just was not struggling or whatever. But yeah, it's a new day.
And so, results like that. I mean, does that even come into your head when you're about to approach this game? Do you think about those past results?
No, not really. No, no, I wouldn't say so. Unless you might think about it, but I mean, it doesn't really. For me personally, it doesn't really. It's all history, you know. It's the important one to be thinking about is the one that's in front of you, and just try and concentrate on that, I suppose.
And it's worth mentioning as well that yourself and Adam Lilly, you've got a very good pairs partnership record. You won the Canterbury Pairs. Is it 3 occasions you guys won the Canterbury Pairs?
Yeah. We well, like you say, we've gone pretty well together in pairs. I think our games complement each other pretty well. He probably keeps me quite positive, and then I sort of keep him on a level. I help probably keep him on a more of a level-headed. You know, Adam's. Sometimes, if the game's not going the right way, sometimes his head can go a little bit. He's a lot better these days than over the past few years. But I think I possibly helped him just to calm him, level him down, calm him down a bit from getting too excited or whatever. And he helps me because it's just you can't. You're just watching him cue. It makes you cue well, you know. It's so he's great. I mean, he's so good to play with because you just got so much confidence in his ability and what he can do, and you just let him at the table when it's open and just let him do his thing, and so.
And how was the experience last weekend? Yourself and Adam played Simon Singleton and Matt Edwards in their sort of warm up fundraiser night at the Woolston Club. So how was that experience playing line ball?
It was good. It was neither of us had played 9-ball for quite a while, and I basically had zero practice, but so it was never really. It was more about just kind of, we were fluffers for Simon and Matt.
Fluffers.
Just to get them ready for do the business in the UK. So, but yeah, it was all good. It was good to support them and get behind them, and looking forward to watching that match. Actually, I think is it Wednesday morning?
Tuesday evening.
Tuesday evening.
10 p.m. Sky
Right.
Sports.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for that.
And
those guys are actually in the UK now, playing in the GB9.
Yep.
And
yeah.
They're going pretty well. They've both won the first 3 matches.
Yeah, we watched.
Oh, did you?
We were updating when Matt was playing Imran Majid.
Yeah.
We mentioned that Imran had actually knocked Marco Teutschner out of the 2 most recent Matchroom events.
Oh, Imran's been around for years and years, and he was around when I was there. When I was back in the UK, and he was always like just a solid player. I have a feeling he might have been in the Moscone Cup one year as well. He has been like top 9-ball player in his time. I don't know if he plays as much as he maybe used to, but he's still very, very good. I think he had a decent run in one of the recent Matchroom events, whether it was the World Championships or with the UK Championship.
The UK Open, that new event they just had. Yeah, because I think he beat Marco in like the last 32 or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's
and even Simon played a guy, Adam Ben Smith. I think he beat him 9-2, which Adam's like another real. He's a great player from the UK. He's one of like the top players over there.
Is that a good idea? Okay. Alright guys, so we're actually going to reboot the stream now, just because we do need to reboot it every 6 hours or so, otherwise we run into difficulties with the music copywriting issues in the background. So we'll restart it now. That should be the final restart. Oh, unless we're going to be here till midnight. So yeah. So this will be the final reset. So just stay on the YouTube. The new link should pop up shortly. I'll try and post it around some of the socials. Post it on Facebook, and we'll see you very shortly.